Like friggin' We have Kanga Esports, Ground Zero Gaming, Archaic, Tainted Minds, of course, with their new roster, expected to probably be in the top 8, you'd have to suspect. Raging Knights, the average Aussie blokes, Tyrants Esports, Extricity, Jam Gaming. Are they going to be able to pull out here tonight? Taboo Esports Club have been on a bit of a tear lately. Vehicle Flippers, can't say I've really heard of them. Sway's back, apparently. Rip Trident, Snappy, the Fortnite god himself, is back in Sway. Corvidae as well. And then you've got Veterans in Pajamas, Black Frog Gaming, Sleeper Gaming, Dynasty Esports Club, and Carnage Esports to round out the 18 teams that we have in this lobby tonight. So generally, the meta of what I would consider number of teams in a lobby is starting to come around to about 16. It's now, I think 16 to 18 is a good middle ground because 20 is too much. And obviously 14 is just too low. We are going to get our first circle, and it's going to be a Sosnovka Island finish. Although if you've been watching some other PUBG streams lately, it's not quite a given. Although generally determined by the circle being so far south with that, it's still, I mean, you can't even see the bottom of the circle. It should finish Sosnovka Island, barring an absolute hard shift north on the next circle. So, what have we got here in terms of the old looting Dynasty Esports Club? Again, I'm trusting the guys are in the right spot here, but I do know most of them. And we do have the little logos. We do have the little logos. I don't have the logos on the on top of the total kills, though. I don't know why that didn't work. Maybe I messed up somewhere. I don't know. Maybe. Let me have a look while nothing's happening. I want to see, why did that not happen? Not sure. Can't say that I would know why that's not there. But anyway, we got Extricity over in Ferry Pier. Again, the colors are going to be a bit weird, but they got the logos. There's something there. You know, there's something. It's something, guys. It's better than no logos. I was discussing with Stabbies beforehand, and I'm like, once you go logos, there's no going back to the old standard of just the numbers. And I honestly can't wait for the days that there's like a tiny little Kanga Esports logo in this little number 1. That would be pretty cool. I'd like that. I do have Kanga Esports though. Cedric Latino 2Dev proficient. Had a big day in Osm the other day. Just around near the cliffs. Over in Farm, we've got Vehicle Flippers. Kane Ross, Jacko, Raven, and Oscar. We're taking some shots onto the Veterans in Pajamas, Ex-Guru, Antic, yeah, Burn K, B-R-N-A-K, B-R-N-K, Burn K, yeah, we'll go with Burn K. Too bad, we're going with that. Fury AU as well, part of Veterans in Pajamas, kind of double split here at the moment, west side of Farm and the other two in Milter. Over in Milter Power, we do have Taboo Esports Club, of course, no Atletico over in Milter Power in this game. Obviously, and over in Pachinki, we've got the old guard of Corvidae, Pipomping, Pekin, Skits, and Aziki. No Joshi. I thought actually Joshi joined Corvidae. Over in speaking of Joshi's old team, Tainted Minds, Talk, Tedesco, Subslayer, and Jukesy. No bench U tonight, but they do have the lovely Teddy, fellow caster of mine. Although he hasn't casted recently. Carnage Esports in Roshawk, they had a bit of a dire day in Osm and with the Southeast Asian teams in Roshawk, as Ulska is going to get taken down by Fury. First death of the game. Raven still hanging around here, actually. So we've gone 4.5 minutes, another minute and 50 seconds until the Blue Zone will start to move. Not sure if Fury would be too aware of Raven's position. And as I say that, he has spotted him. Fury just peeking around. Iron Sight AK is not generally the most ideal situation, but this early on, you're going to have to take it. The question is he going to take this fight? Because he has lit up Raven. My word, no first aid kit as well is disastrous for Raven, just trying to bandage as quickly as he can. Will he peek this? He's got Antic helping out. Fury's going to get the knockdown. That's going to be the kill. Vehicle Flippers down to just 2 now. That's going to be Kane Ross and Jacko. Say goodnight, Irene. So the first 2 deaths of the game towards Vehicle Flippers, which also means the first 2 kills of the game going towards Veterans in Pajamas. Tyrants Esports over in Yasnaya Polyana. The usual hunting ground of Pathogen. Shroomfox, Fico, Australia Kent, and I'm Sam. No, I'm not actually Sam, but apparently he is. So over in Yas Night, by themselves as well, usually. Yas Night can obviously have multiple teams in it. Up to 3 at times. Raging Knight, Sweet Soul, Rido, Sardude, or just Zizar. It's almost like Caesar. But we'll just go with Sar. And Big Jumbi Darty! Oh, the Big Jumbi in for the Raging Knights. There's a lot of talk about him coming into the day, whether or not he was going to be playing. And we have Sleeper Gaming. It's Shaggles, Mercules, Shavsky, and Lanks. If I'm correct, I believe this might have been the old Kingdom Gaming lineup, like the old original one when they had Sharky. Am I correct on that? I think it used to be like Sharky, Shavsky, Shaggles, and Mercules. I might be right, and if I'm right, I'm very proud of myself. If I'm wrong, doesn't matter. Who cares? Over in Georgia, Paul, where is he? Where's our building god? There he is. He's got his prison outfit on, but he is free now. Snapshot, Tony, DK Kim, and White Dog bringing back Sway. They don't have a logo, so they're just Team 12. There's Snappy. It's kind of ironic. He's got his, what I like to call the snap shoes on as well. With his little handcuff shoes. Get a nice little view of them. Come back, Snappy. Where are you going? No, he's running off. Look at him run. He gets free for like a couple of days and he's just running all over the place. Good on him though. Down in South Georgia, Paul. And we've got Husey, the ex-Hearthstone professional. Actually went overseas and competed in quite a few tournaments. I believe it was for Darksided. So switching over to PUBG. He's with the average Aussie blokes. Big Boy Macca, Pooj, and 55 FPS. I wish I had a 55 FPS. I feel like I'm on about 20 at the moment. And over in Severny. No, it's not Order Army, but it is Gem Gaming. Wow, their logo is really squished. They did give us like a giant 19 by 100 logo, so this is what happens, Jam. Luke Ultra, JCW, Traz, and Bouncy Butts. So nice to see Jam back in the old competitiveness nature of PUBG. They've been pretty much wallowing in the sort of open series division, or the second tier of PUBG OCE lately. Antic's going to die to Rum Rage. So a couple of kills just popping off. There's team start to rotate towards Sosnovka Island. We have reached 8 minutes, 3.5 minutes until the blue zone will reach the circle. Just a reminder, if you did miss the very beginning, it is PGI settings except for the scoring. So everything else is PGI settings from what we saw PGI LAN and the online qualifiers. It's pretty much that. The circle, the loot, it's all PGI stuff with 18 teams. So Kangaroo Esports, pretty close to Deathlamite. Actually didn't touch on Archaic. Deathlamite, Non-Reg, Dusty, and Raffi. They had a bit of a purple patch probably about a month or two ago where they were looking very strong. And they kind of just started to fade away a little bit. Weren't able to quite keep up with the top teams in Oceania. And have been kind of a little bit in the second division for a while now. But a lot of potential on this team. Deathlamide, Raffi, Non-Reg, Dusty, big names that have been around for a long time. Archaic, definitely a team with potential. And Dynasty Esports Club, Woodsy, Gen Joker, Juice X, and Rabs. Or Rabsy. Either one. It's fine, as we're at the 9-minute mark. So far, just 4 deaths in this game. Extricity have made their way to the coastline south of Military Base. Costanza, Mind Game, Jackie, and Duffy. Extricity's been performing very well as late, and a team you'd be expecting to make the top 8. In fact, there are quite a few teams here that I'd say you'd expect to make the top 8. One of them's Ground Zero Gaming, of course. Mav got Ace Gun, Kebab, and Spaggy. Spaggy's already about half health. They have spotted Corvidae off into the distance. Mav God loves a hug. You gotta love a hug from Mav God. You haven't lived until you've had a hug from Mav God. I've been able to have actually quite a few hugs from Mav God on 2 separate occasions, thankfully. So I am doubled up with Mav God hugs. As Extricity pushing on to Kanga Esports. Let's get a little bit serious here. Student is going to be finished off by Mind Game. Was able to avoid shooting the grass, thankfully, and was able to shoot the player. Proficient knockdown as well by Duffy. Great start here for Extricity. I apologize if it is slightly laggy. For me on my end, it seems like it is. Maybe I got too many things open. What? I'm going to just close some things. Hang on. Calm down. I've got all this stuff open. No, don't save. I don't need to save that. Why have I got this open? I've got a Twitch stream open. I'm not even watching. Why, Xenox? Why do you do this to yourself? I don't know if it'll actually help. I don't think it'll actually make a difference, but that's okay. 10.5 minutes gone. Extricity have been able to get the kill into 2 death, but weren't able to finish off Proficient. Costenza, Duffy still hanging outside, Jackie as well. And Mind Game starting to push on over now. Have a look at Jackie. He starts to push in here. Proficient just holding as Ludite gets a knockdown onto Mind Game. Frag grenade missing onto Jackie. Jackie's just going to run past one. Finds Cedric's onto the stairs and gets knocked down. An unfortunate push for Jackie. Running past one and running into another. Means Mind Game's down. Jackie is dead. It's just Duffy and Costenza to see if they can rectify the situation here. Costenza just ducking and weaving as it's going to be Duffy knocked down. Proficient with that knockdown. Great comeback here from Kanga Esports. They looked at dire at one situation and Costenza says, well, rip. I'm just going to book it out of here and try and stay alive. You don't want to be the first team out of here on the first game of relegations, especially if you're a team such as Extricity. And you see the blue zone is about to reach the circle. Is it going to go hard shifting north? That'd be hilarious. Not quite. It is a bit of a soft shift to the north, though. Cliffs are still in. Means the south side of military base won't be a factor, though. So for Extricity and Kanga fighting over a compound that isn't even going to make a difference in the end because they're going to already have to move. And it probably means the sort of northwestern side of Sosnovka Island, big giant hill that generally Tainted Minds like to try and acquire in these sort of circles, may in fact be a decent location. And from what we've seen lately, now generally it's the fourth phase circle that the game really attributes the circle push towards land. So technically speaking, the phase 3 circle could, I guess, hard shift north, but I don't think that's going to happen. I would probably bet my life on it. It's not going to happen, but I'm not going to bet anything too silly. It is obviously, you know, PUBG. Anything can happen. Have a look at Subby. The mullet god himself has spotted a couple swimming boys from Tyrants Esports. They've got themselves a boat, though. Of course, the second you get into that boat, you do make it a bit of a risky situation, knowing that Tainted Minds taking some pot shots on you from a distance. Jukesy as well. Oh, Jukesy's actually taken a hit himself. I think that might be from behind. Could it be the vehicle flippers? I doubt it. Never mind. Maybe it was actually just Tyrants Esports firing back from the beach coast line. 25 seconds until that blue zone will start to move in. So decent position at the moment for Archaic, I believe. They're just north of military base. It looks like Tyrants Esports will obviously have to give up on that boat. It's been blown up by Tainted Minds. Talk about gatekeeping, not even allowing them to take the water, and they've got the bridge covered as well. This is disastrous for Tyrants Esports. If Tainted Minds can finish this off, this work off, they could very well have 4 kills to their name. Somehow Jacko's drowned. I'm assuming he took some shots as he was swimming across the channel. And that just leaves Kane Ross to see what he can do for the boys from, I can't remember the names, Vehicle Flippers. That's why I can't remember the name. Tedesco just moving up a little bit. Seeing what he can find. 3x on the M416, and he gets a knockdown onto Fico. Needs to quickly finish it off, though, before he's able to crawl behind the wall. That's the Tedesco I know and love. If you're a sub to Teddy, put some hearts in chat, please. He's a wonderful human being. Absolutely beautiful. Gets the kill there for Tainted Minds. Their resurgence has been notable since shifting up their roster a little bit. 1 minute and 10 seconds, though, until that blue zone comes in. Disaster for Tyrants Esports. Looking to just push back into Milton and see if they can find a vehicle, but... So apparently BRNK equals Brink. We'll go with that. I'm fine with that. I don't have an issue. No issue at all. I like Brink just as much as anyone. I think that's cool. I mean, he could have just put an I in there, couldn't he? Right? When you think about it. Could have just actually been Brink. But, you know, it is PUBG players. They love their names. One thing I didn't really touch too much on, Black Frog Gaming, Prog Dog, Glider Boys, Bub. I mean, can I just Bub? Or is it, did I just say Bub? I don't know. Do you guys want 4 Bubs? Actually, it's kind of like Bub, Oob, almost, because like the U is like a capital, but the B's not, so it's kind of like a Bub with 2 B's and an Oob at the end, so it's like Bub, Boob, Oob, maybe? I don't know. We'll just go with Bub for now. Unless you guys want me to go with like Bub, Boob, Boob. Zabruta has died though. 15.5 minutes gone. 18 teams, 61 alive. We're going to get that next circle. Surely not. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, that's a bit of a tasty one. This is actually really, really handy for Torrents Esports because they still haven't been able to get across the channel. Although they are moving closer and closer to Carnage Esports. So many esports everywhere right now. And it is only a minute and 10 seconds until the blue zone will start to move in once again. As Shroomfox does die to Bouncy Butts Jam hanging around there. They pick up their first kill for the game as well. So that circle, very interesting. But as I stated, the next circle phase, which is phase 4, has the land ratio setting. So it will hard shift down south. Guarantee it. Bet my life on it. If it doesn't hard shift down south, I'll do something. Whatever you guys want, I'll do it. We'll just do it. But it won't matter because it's not going to happen as Archaic have gotten... Well, I actually don't think it was Archaic. It was actually Snapshot with the kill onto Radar. My boy Snappy. You can't build in this game though. The Fortnite God himself as Guru and Furiayu both getting a knockdown onto Woodsy and Juice X. And it is going to be the double kill coming up from Brink. Speaking of the man, we'll go with that. I like Brink. Psycho Gadgets Rum Rage. Seeing what they can spot here, but they've got other issues to deal with. Archaic in front of them. They've also got Sway that is close by. Mercurial's actually with the knockdown onto Ludatio as Kanga Esports were rotating past Sleeper Gaming. I apologize if I kind of forget some of these names, like Sleeper Gaming, etc. as Extricity has lost Costanza. He's been found out by X-Guru. Extricity out in last position. I wouldn't have thought that coming into this game. So, Shaggle said, Old Grim Gaming. Yes. Thank you. I'm on a 10-minute delay, so yes, you can take my thank you. But yeah, Kingdom Gaming, Grim Gaming. I got a little bit confused, but I kind of remembered. And I think Sharky was actually on Kingdom Gaming. So, he wasn't actually on Grim Gaming. But that's okay. 17 teams alive, 55 alive as well. And you can see the amount of players starting to huddle around the northern side of Sosnovka Island as they await the very likely push that this is going to be south. Carnage Esports, though, I tell you what, if it hard shifts onto Carnage Esports, these guys should go and hit up the Kino. Take Subby, take Subslayer with you, go and hit up the Kino, because you're lucky. But it's not going to happen. Speaking of lucky, Cedrix and Proficient still just try to rotate safely here, but they're running past so many teams, and they could very well go past Tainted Minds as well, just on the hill. They're going to have to go closer and closer towards the beach. And still taking shots. That might be from across the channel. Cedrix and Proficient just trying to find a place. If Kanga Esports are out in second last place as well, that would just be an absolute hilarious start to these relegations. Shots coming out from Tainted Minds. Spotted them, of course, as they were rotating. There's some more rotations coming on the beach line. This time from Mercurial's. Lax has been knocked down. Sleeper Gaming in trouble. Oh boy, wowee. Into the shack goes Mercurial's. Able to stay alive for now. I wonder if Sleeper Gaming should pick up Dwarfy, because you don't want to be sleeping on Dwarfy, you know. And if Dwarfy's on Sleeper Gaming, you can't sleep on him because he's already sleeping. Traz knocked down by Spaggy is Jam. Run straight into, I was going to say ground zero, but let's be real, it's just Spaggy out here at the moment. The other three members still just south of him, a little bit of a distance between them. We've got another 39 seconds until we get the next. Oh, by the way, there is that circle hard shifting right down south. I told you guys. This is why we have the land ratio. This is why it's in play. So this happens. This is what should happen. This is normal, and it's going to create for a very interesting next 10 minutes or so, because we still have 17 teams alive and 51 players alive. JCW knocked down as well. Jam Gaming could be in a bit of trouble here. Only Bouncy Butts Luke Ultra still standing. What can my boy Luke Ultra do? Gadget's knocked down by Subslayer as well. I mean, we're just going to see the kill feed sort of light up in a minute here. Luke Ultra's knocked down. Husey popping off right now for average Aussie blokes. It just leaves Bouncy Butts alive, and he's not quite close enough to get any revives here. Smokes are out. Smokes are coming. But Bouncy Butts needs to get there safely, and he has. So the I would say the double revives should come out there. At the moment, though, Tainted Minds continue to put pressure onto Taboo Esports Club, Sunny and Headlow. I think Headlow actually just straight up killed Sunny as well. He did. Whoops-a-daisy. That's a big yikes. Shouldn't be happening. Oh well. We move on. Let's see what else we can find here. Who can we spot? Hey, there's my boy, Big Jumby Darty. No kills yet. A lot of hype around Big Jumby. I know, Subby's favourite player. He could very well run into Subslay eventually here because Raging Knights, as you can see, have got their sightlines onto Tedesco and Tainted Minds. Look at Teddy running. Oh, he's so cute. He does a little hop, jump, and a skip. Tedesco, though, it works, and he's able to get away safely for now. JCW does eventually perish, so no double revive happens for Jam, but Bouncy Butts was able to stay a little bit alive for a little bit longer until he succumbs to the pressure of Kebab and Ground Zero Gaming, and it is just now Luke Ultra alive for Jam Gaming, and their squished cute little logo. And Rumble Rage does eventually perish to Dusty from Archaic. Everyone's still a little bit spread out at the moment, but these long-range shots without as much cover in buildings, and, well, Rip Luke Ultra and Rip Jam Gaming out in 16th position. I actually missed who went out in 17th. My bad, guys. I hope you guys saw it, because I didn't. Shh. I missed it. Big boy Macca does fall for the average Aussie blokes from White Dog. Tony. So 4 kills for Sway right now. 3 from DK. 1 from White Dog. In the next circle as well. 45 seconds until that blue zone will reach the circle. Still got 42 players alive in what is becoming a very condensed circle so far. And Carnage, by the way, even though they lost Sunny back on the beach, have been able to make it across. Shots onto TK. Does have some smokes. Able to get back to his team safely. Still onto trees, of course. Able to provide a lot of cover. 5 more seconds. And we are going to get that next circle. Relatively central, a little bit to the northwest. It's pretty decent, actually, for Archaic right now. A lot of the teams on the south and towards the east are going to have to start moving. Snapshot picks up his first kill back in competitive PUBG. With a kill onto Mercurials, and it wipes out Sleeper Gaming. Welcome back, Snappy. Please don't go to Fortnite. I mean, look, I understand the appeal. There's a lot of kids that play Fortnite, which makes it very easy to be good at the game. But we trust in you, Snappy. We know you can still be a pro PUBG player. Don't give up on the dream. Just don't. Don't go to Fortnite. It's not worth it. Proficient, last one standing for Kanga Esports. Cedrix was knocked down by the ever-rampaging Tainted Minds, who are doing a lot of work right now, but only for the 1 kill from Tedesco. They've been able to get a lot of damage, a lot of shots, a lot of knocks, but haven't really been able to sort of finish off their work. They continue to rotate just behind the Raging Knights. Sweet Soul, Sa, Big Jumby, and Rido. Kane Ross, I think, is actually rank tanking at the moment for vehicle flippers, so I didn't think they were eliminated, but I didn't think they'd be able to last this much longer. Rabs is going to die for Dynasty Esports Club out in 14th position. And now Kane Ross has been spotted. This could be the end for him. Well, he does spot Proficient right in front of him. Cedrix, though, still in the Wizzy Tower. Spray onto Proficient is actually quite clean from Kane Ross. Hides beneath the stairs. He wasn't sure where he was getting shot from. This is absolutely unfortunate for Kangaroo Esports. Cedrix jumps out of the window. Kangaroos might be able to wipe out Kangaroo Esports here if he had heard him land. He may very well have. Oh no, Big Jumpy Daddy is being finished off by Prog Dog. Tedesco, though, with a knockdown onto Sa. We might have to just leave these guys for a little while here as Tainted Minds push up onto the Raging Knight. Sweet Soul knocked down by Bub Ooh Bub. And he's going to be finished off as well. Oh boy. Oh, vehicle flippers do eventually die. Kane Ross was finished off by Cedrix. So well played by Cedrix. Keeps Kanga Esports still in this one. GXE pushing up. Subslayer dies to Rido, though. Rido is not giving up on this. Wants to take on Tainted Minds all by himself. He says, is that all you've got? Is that it? A man with a mullet. What else have you got? Tedesco. Behind. No, it's a frag grenade from Glider Boys. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic. That was very, very anticlimactic. We got Duffy saying 4 bubs. Hemo saying 4 bubs. Yeah, I kind of assumed people would want the 4 bubs. Bub, bub. Ooh, bub. There he is. Frag grenade onto Tuok as well. You ring his name, he comes calling. Oh, Black Frog Gaming wipe out Tainted Minds in 10th position. They've got 6 kills. 3 from Prog Dog. 2 from Bub, 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 Bub. And 1 from Glider Boys. Love it. Great start for Black Frog Gaming. This is the beauty of PUBG, though. These teams, they pop up unexpectedly and do well. And make it into the closed invite qualifiers. And then eventually knock off the really, really good teams. And everyone starts complaining. Sway moving up. White Dog knocked down. Snappy. What happened? Run straight into Ezekiel. Oh, he would not like that one. Not one bit. Tony and DK need to somehow fix this situation for Sway. Well, they may very well be swayed out in 9th position. Apparently, well, you guys are saying Shu and Cam, that was 10 minutes ago, it hard shifted south. I would have done it, though. I would have done it. I think I even made that bet at Zimmo. Easy. Easy bet. You guys got nothing on me. Nothing. 5 kills so far for Ground Zero. No kills yet for Corvidae, but they might pick up Sway here. DK, watch your head. Peekin's peeking you. But he needs to learn to peek you. Oh, no, peek him. Peek him, Peekin. Ceterex knocked down and well, not knocked down. He's just straight up finished off. And there goes Kangaroo Esports out in 9th position. So many big teams are just out of here at the moment. Be popping. Dead. Tony. White Dog. They all push up. Peekin. You got to learn to peek right now. And he gets the kill. No, don't crash. Oh. Gave me a heart attack. But even more of a heart attack to Corvidae. As they've been wiped out in 8th position. What was that? That was so bizarre. I was having flashbacks of just the crashes of PUBG. 7 teams, 21 alive. We're just about to reach 28 minutes, guys. Right now, Archaic, dead center of the circle. 2 members for Taboo Esports Club as well. Tony's knocked down. DK. Now on the spray into Ace Gun. Able to land a little bit of that. 40% damage. We're going to follow this. Oh, never mind. We're not going to follow this. What is this? Knockdown from Rafi. Archaic. Trying to steal the work of Sway right now. Down south. Let's go to our big boy Bub. And he gets the knockdown onto Kebab. The man of the action. As I said, you call his name. You go looking for him. And he performs. Doesn't disappoint. Frag grenades will come out. Glider Boys will finish off the work, though. The kill still goes to Bub. I think I said 5 bubs. I don't know how many bubs I'm saying right now. DK knockdown. Finished off by Spaggy. He also wipes out White Dog. Sway. Eliminated in 7th position. As we're at the 28.5-minute mark. And Mavgod, though, behind the rock, pops up out of the grass as well. Bub. What can you do here? Oh, he's the man of the moment. And he gets the knockdown onto Mavgod, cleaning up Ground Zero. He'll get his 4th kill here. Although he just wants to be careful. Look at this. So smart. So clever. He knows there might still be a couple alive to try and help out Mavgod. Spaggy, though, the rank tank's on. 10 kills for Ground Zero, top 6. It's a decent performance from them so far. But it's the boy Bub who is the man of this game so far. Circle hard shifting over to the eastern side. This is actually pretty decent for Veterans in Pajamas, Guru, and Brink. They're on 5 kills as well. They do spot Gadgets and Slacko. And to the north of them, it is Carnage Esports with the 4 kills. So apparently Mercules is like Hercules. We'll go with that as well. I'm fine. You guys want to correct me? I don't quite cast the open division stuff, so there are some names that I might get wrong. It's normal, guys. It's normal. It happens. Bub, though, we came back at the right time as we watch him taking some shots onto Untainted. Gets him to half health. One more will do it. He misses that one, though, and Untainted's on the run. And as I say on the run, he's just running around like a headless chicken inside of that smoke. Multiple shots going at him now. I think some of them might be from Taboo, possibly even Veterans in Pajamas. We are down to the 6 teams here. 2 of them for Black Frog. Spaggy, the last alive for Ground Zero. All 4 still standing for Archaic. 2 for Taboo, 3 for Carnage, and 2 for Veterans in Pajamas. I think Bub and Prog Dog need to be careful here. Spaggy, though, in the blue, taking shots early. And I don't think he made the right decision. He must have felt he was spotted. Able to get in, stay alive for now, but it's boy Prog from above. The Defilade will take out Spaggy. 5th position for ground 0. Veterans in Pajamas out in 6th position. And we are down to the final 4 teams. 30 minutes and 40 seconds has elapsed so far. So only the 2 kills so far for Archaic, which is interesting. They've had 4 alive for so long. They've been relatively central of the circle. Just playing it a little bit passively here. Going for the placement points, I assume. Shots onto Deethlamide. Right now, Black Frog Gaming, I mean, can they do anything wrong? This guy's sort of popping up out of nowhere. Look at Bub. First aid kit in the smoke. Clean. Doesn't panic. Cool and calm and collected. Patiently waiting, taking the blue. Is he gonna time this to perfection? No, he's not. What a way to die for Bub. It was a great performance though from Black Frog Gaming, but in the end, not able to do a P for Potato. Leave that to the big boys, Bub. Potato timed it beautifully the other day. Unfortunately, unable to quite do it yourself. So 4 alive for Archaic into the final 3 teams of this game. 3 for Carnage, and that is just bizarre. They got 5 kills and 3 alive. They were probably the most unlikely to get to this situation as they were still on the other side of the channel. And they had to run over. That was essentially the last team to come over. And they've been able to pick up 5 kills, hold their ground. Not a surprise though for, I guess, their sake as players. Very skillful and very much a favourite to make it to the top 8. That's not even close. Doesn't quite get through the hole. Maybe next time. Knockdown onto Dusty, though. They are inside the building, Archaic, so they're the best placed team at the moment. Psycho, the knockdown onto Untainted. It seems as if Carnage is sort of trying to take both Taboo and Archaic on at the same time here. Headlow's going to be careful because his head is popping up over to the grass. Psycho trying to take advantage of that as Dusty has been finished off by Wolf, eventually bleeding out, I believe. Psycho just taking some painkillers. And so far now it's just 2 for Carnage, as they had obviously lost Untainted, Headlow and Wolf. See what they can accomplish here. 25 seconds until the blue zone will force them into this next circle. They're just on the outside of it at the moment. Kind of hilarious to actually see this final circle as Headlow has been knocked down. Psycho eventually gets him. It was only a matter of time because he had to come over that little defilade. So that just leaves Wolf as the last one alive, and he's got Archaic pinning him down behind this rock. Frag grenade, why not? One last roll of the dice, I dare say. Surely that doesn't go inside. Oh, that was so close. If that goes in, oh, those boys are dead, but it's going to be Wolf that dies. And now we've got ourselves a 2-on-3 situation to close out game number 1 here between Taboo Esports Club and Archaic. Oh, and by the way, PGI settings. Yeah, we're getting straight into this. We don't mess around. None of this cyber gamer waiting for like 5 minutes. No. 40 seconds, and then that blue zone starts shrinking until there is no space left to stand. This is what we want. This is why this setting is too much more superior than what we saw last time when I was casting Cyber Gamer. That was atrocious. So that makes these long games that go for a little bit longer, at least finish relatively quickly. Like, we'll say in the next 10 seconds, that's when the blue zone's going to start moving in. Archaic have the numerical advantage, although Big Frag Grenade absolutely demolishes Raffy, forcing him back to use his final first aid kit. Molotov's going to come out. Why not? I didn't really do a whole lot, but, you know, why not? Frag Grenade as well, smokes. Throw everything you've got as the blue zone starts to move in. It'll be 1 minute until there's no space left to stand. Archaic pushing up into the road, though, making this very difficult for Taboo Esports, as Gadgets is the last one left. Surely, you just take the shot onto Raffy. Or maybe the smoke. It's okay, never mind. There's smoke there. You can see? Smoke. And that's the end of Taboo Esports Club. Archaic take out round number 1 in beautiful fashion. They were able to come out with 4 kills. They held the center of the circle for quite a while. They got fed. They're, you know, fed Archaic. We can call them that, but whatever. Who cares? They came first. That's all that matters. In second place, Taboo Esports Club with 4 kills as well. Third place, Carnage Esports. Credit to them. They had a bit of a trek to make to get to that top 3 spot. In fourth place, it was our boy, Bub. Beautiful performance from him. 3 kills. 5 for Progdog as well. His name's just not as cool. Fourth place for Black Frog. And in fifth place, it was Ground Zero Gaming. They had the 10 kills. And for their sake, they will be happy with that performance. We are going to go to a break, and when we come back, it is going to be the next round as usual, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you stay tuned. I have a sneaky feeling it's going to be a very, very entertaining night tonight. A bit of a fiesta. Stay tuned.
I was on my own lane, convinced it was forever. Knew that I was lonely, so long I can't remember. It's only when you're kissing, you know what you've been missing. If you didn't make a wish to feel the flame, it's only when you let go, climb over that rainbow, you can open up your heart, don't feel the change. I got lucky the day that I decided to give you my love. I got lucky, it didn't take a lot for me to sell this love. When you touch me, rest my heart around you, and when you give it all to me, you make me glad I found you. Oh, it's only when you're kissing, you know what you've been missing. If you didn't make a wish to feel the flame, it's only when you let go, climb over that rainbow, you can open up your heart, don't feel the change. I got lucky the day that I decided to give you my love. I got lucky, it did.
Yeah, you know it. I know you really wanna show it. And you're the only one I see, yeah. And you're the only one, oh, yeah. Our love is a balloon. 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 Yeah, yeah. Take you to a place that you've never been before. I could tell by your face that you'll be begging me for more. I got money, you got time, so let's spend it happily. Call me honey as you shine your gorgeous eyes on me. On me, on me, on me, on me, on me. Love is a balloon. Our 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 love is a balloon. Yeah.
place that one day we'll go adventure to the other side. Searching high and low for the treasure deep in your soul. The fortune teller's always right. Got them red eyes in the night, like a panther out of sight. Gonna sing my battle cry, 'cause I am the unknown, I am the only my love can conquer. I am the hunter. I am the hunter. Into the wild we go. Give up your heart, surrender. 'Cause I am the hunter. Only my love can conquer. I am the hunter. I am the hunter. Into the wild we go. Give up your heart, surrender. 'Cause I am the hunter.
Are we ready? DJ Xenox in the house. If you'd like to call in, 1-800-3369. We're taking calls. That was Galantis Hunter, Mike Williams remix. Alright, it's still going. I didn't realize that. I really like this song, and I really want it to finish, but we are into game number 2. Game number 2. I mean, are you guys as pumped as I am right now? This is Relegations. It's a fiesta party. The best of the not best, but they're still the best of the rest, if you know what I'm saying. Game number 2. We got our plane path from Lipovka to the north of Quarry. That's a banger. That's a banger. I'm going to have to download that one, actually. That's a bit of a banger. Love the song, but I love the games more. And I love you guys even more. If you don't know who I am, well, then just go away. But no, I'm joking. My name is Xenox, and I'm bringing you the Esports Underground OCE Relegations. We're into game number 2 now. Just number 2. That means we've still got this game and 2 more after this. I mean, isn't that exciting? It's exciting for me. I'm so excited right now. You just don't understand. Where's Tedesco? How do I turn all chat on? Would he even... let's have a look. Let's try this. Where is he? Push to talk. I don't even know what my push to talk is on. Always. Voice chat. All. Let's have a look. Can Tedesco hear me? That's a negative. What about Subby? Subby, can you hear me? No, what? Well, this is anticlimactic. What about Tuok? Tom, can you hear me?
Yeah, what up?
Hey, Tuok. We're doing some in-game interviews while you're looting. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's all good, Jumby.
Yeah, big Jumby Darty. Look, how are you feeling after the last game? How are you feeling?
Not the best result, mate, but we'll bounce back. Yeah.
Are you gonna bounce back?
Game too.
Nice. Can you do us a favor? Can you get Teddy to put his all chat on?
Yeah, not a worry, mate. Sure can.
All right. Good luck, Tom. I'll speak to you later in the night. Teddy, are you there? Oh, he's Tedesco. Come on. Don't dog the boys, Teddy.
Oh, I hear.
There he is.
Zenny.
Yes, Teddy.
I love you.
I love you too, Teddy. Now we're doing some serious in-game interviews here, boy. You know, during the looting phase, which is quite boring. How are you feeling after the last game?
Wasn't the best.
No, it wasn't the best. You got a kill though, bro. You got a kill.
I got 2.
You got 2 kills. Even better. Even better. How many are you gonna get this game?
We'll make it 3.
Make it 3. All right, that sounds good to me, Teddy. You know how much I love you. Good luck this game. Good luck to the boys.
We'll do coffee soon, Zenny.
Yep.
Hopefully.
We'll do some coffee. All right, and some other things. All right, bye. Untainted, can you hear me? You know what, guys? What I'm going to do now, because this is something that I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. We'll sit over and talk to the tree. Come here, tree, on Potato Hill. I've always wanted to do in-game interviews. All right, at the beginning, the looting phase is boring. Let's be real. No one likes the looting phase. We all know where everyone likes to drop, especially sort of the invite division. This is the next level of PUBG. It is the next level. Put your old chat on, boys. Ace Gun, though, does get knocked down. I do need to figure out the button. I'm going to miss this. I apologize, but I want to make sure I know exactly that I don't accidentally start talking always. So maybe if I put it on push to talk, I think my push to talk button is the button I think it is. Let me confirm this. But what I'm trying to point out is I want to do these in-game interviews during the beginning, get their thoughts, because you can. And if you can do something, do it. It's T. Beautiful. Easy. Did that apply, though? Because I don't want to be casting, obviously, and ruining people's moods. Oh, we're back to Tom. But you can't hear me, because it's on push to talk. Beautiful. That's what we want. That's what we want. All right, who else have we got? Let's see what Snappy's up to here. Snappy, can you hear me?
I can. What do you want?
We're just doing some in-game interviews during the looting phase. It's boring. You know that, Snappy. How are you feeling after last game?
Yeah, doing alright, mate.
Now,
Not bad at all.
I've got your little Sway logo up. It's got the little white
Oh, sweet. Perfect.
little
Thank
white
you.
bottom at the bottom as well. So that's cute. How you
My Discord.
how are you feeling though? You know, back in PUBG, you can't build. What's it like?
It's definitely different coming back to this. Obviously, the game's currently in a bad state. I feel. I don't know how everyone else feels about it. It feels really weird doing an interview when I can't see you, Xenox, and you're in my head. I'll be completely honest.
Oh, that's okay. That's perfectly fine, Snappy. I'll leave you alone. Enjoy the looting, and good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
Well, Snappy Subslayer though, he's getting shot at the moment from Purge. Yeah, so generally it wouldn't be going on for this long. It just took me a while to set it up, if you know what I mean. And maybe I'll get some designated people. Is that what you guys want? Let me know in chat. If you don't want it, I won't do it. It's as simple as that. But if you like it, I can maybe organize with some players before the game, maybe pick 2 or 3, have a little chat with them, because I don't really want to sort of go and start talking to people when they don't want to be spoken to, so obviously you got to be respectful. And, you know, I also don't want to be talking to them when they're rotating, or they're near another team. So, kind of want to get that boundary set. But if you guys like it and you guys want to hear some interviews during the boring looting phase, it would be super early. So as they're sort of still in the parachute and dropping when there's nothing happening. But there is some stuff happening on the screen here. Costanza with a knockdown onto Deethlamide. As it's really confusing because Extricity's logo is blue and their in-game is red. Yeah, I kind of need to change that, don't I? But there's only so much blue that I can have. Look how much blue is already on the map. Sorry about that, guys. But it is what it is. So yeah, let me know in chat. And who knows? Maybe we can make it a thing. Maybe we can make something of this. Very cool potential situation that hasn't really been touched on yet, besides Tedesco accidentally doing it by mistake, which was the most hilarious thing ever. By the way, break for Veteran in Pajamas. Didn't take any shots into Luke Ultra, who I think might have spun out. That could be disastrous. Brink, though, only with a Vector. Now pulls out the M16. What can he do? Can he find anything onto Luke Ultra? No, but he did light up the buggy. And also popped a tire onto Luke Ultra. Deethlamide finally does eventually die for Archaic. It was always going to be finished off. We are at 4 minutes until that blue zone will reach the next circle. It's been an amazing night so far. We're only an hour into it. I'm still pumped. Still, you got to have the energy. You got to bring the excitement. The tunes as well have got to be on point. Very, very happy today with the Future House Radio. They need to sponsor us. 2 Octo knocked out by Woodsy. Lucky Jukesy was close by. I think that might have been... Actually, did they move or not? Because they had to have moved somewhere. They're not with Tedesco and co in school. And yeah, I can't quite see them. Not sure where they're at. Let's have a look. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Couldn't spot them for a second. Turk is going to get revived, though. Jukesy picks up a kill for Tainted Minds. Now taking some shots onto Rabs from Dynasty Esports Club, Subslayer and Tedesco. 18 teams, sorry. I was going to say 8 minutes, and then I said teams for some reason. I'm not sure why. Over in Pachinki. Pip-hopping. Peepo-ping? Is it Peepo-ping or Pip-hopping? I want confirmation on that, because I don't like getting people's names wrong. I really do not like it. But it's like, you can either pronounce, there's a lot of names you can pronounce multiple ways, like Rabs or Rabsy. You know what I mean? There's some of them that are just kind of like that. Taboo Esports Club, pushing in. As we do have the circle, obviously, northeastern side, so no fancy water games down in Sosnovka Island this time. And speaking of pip-hopping or peep-hoping or peep-hoping, there's like 3 names I can get out of that name. That's actually, that is cool. I love that. 3 ways you can pronounce something is the best. Peekin, though, we can pronounce that one. Or you could, I guess you could say Piakin. I wonder if you could do Piakin. Peekin, though. Gonna go and res his teammate. A lot of players starting to verge around Yasnaya Poliana to the eastern side of Rozhok as well. Some shots onto Big Boy Maka from Gen Joker. I had already lost Woodsy very early on. Had Dynasty Esports Club, so they're just down to 3, of course. Juice X, Rabs, and Gen Joker. It was a pretty decent game for the average Aussie blokes as well. Great performance from them so far. Purge Husey, Hearthstone God. Still down to Milter though. Ground Zero Gaming, Math God, Spaggy, Ace Gun, Kebab. They picked up 10 kills in game number 1. They picked up 5th place. Sort of, I guess you could say, the teams we expect to make top 8. They're almost just about the only one from game 1 that actually sort of performed to the expectations that we would have of them. That we expect of them. Vehicle Flippers, who had a very awful start to game number 1. Jacko, Olfscar, Kane Ross, Raven. It was Kane Ross by himself for a little while. Wasn't able to get too much further for his team, though. Proficient, Turdapt, Lunatia, Cedrix. Well, can't get esports. Probably expect a little bit more out of them this game, to be truthfully honest. They've been very much one of the informed teams in the region. They've been performing very strongly, picking up a lot of kills. They've got a good position within the circle at the moment as well. Have a look at Big Jumbidati. We'll have to get in. I'm going to have to, as I said, when we ask for the permission, first one I'm asking is Big Jumbidati from the Raging Knights. One of the fan favorites. Sweet Soul and Sa and Rido. They're just, you know, they're just part of the team. It's Big Jumbi's team. And the next circle, hard shifting over to the eastern side, actually continues to contain a little bit of water on the eastern side, but it's not going to be a factor. And obviously, with Phase 4, it's just going to be all land regardless, so even if it keeps shifting all the way over to the east, it won't matter. Radar's going to be a bit careful here. On the motorbike, it's always a deadly situation. Vehicle Flippers looking to flip the vehicle of Radar, unable to do so. And now some shots coming out from Snapshot, as well as TK Gaming Co. They get the knockdown onto Psycho. Gadgets can only leave him behind for death. And that means for Taboo Esports Club, just down to Gadgets and Radar. So, not a great start for Taboo. Radar still under a bit of fire. Zeki knocked down by 55 FPS and finished off by Big Boy Maka. Corvidae lose one of their players early on. Sleeper Gaming, a team who also finished a little bit poorly in game number 1. So many teams rotating at the moment because of that eastern shift. 25 seconds until that blue zone will start to move in. And now it comes down to who can survive the rotations at the moment. Extracity haven't lost a single member with their 4-man rotation push towards Mansion, but they've also got neighbors in Veterans in Pajamas up on the hill up in the house on the hill of Mansion. 18 teams, 16-7 alive. 13.5 minutes gone by, and the play area is restricting at the moment. JCW knocked down by Jukesy, getting amongst the action at the moment for Tainted Minds, but JCW will be safe. And this is the part of the game where these long-range battles commence and the shots come out. As Big Jumbi is knocked down. That's not a Big Jumbi Daddy that we like to see. We like him up and standing and firing on all cylinders. And unfortunately, he's met his demise too early on. Oh, Big Jumbi, no. This can't be happening. Radar, is he going to go for the finish? Is Sweet Soul and Rido going to come and save the day? I don't think they will. They're just going to leave Big Jumbi for death here. Oh, poor Jumbi. 3 shots to the butt, and he falls face first into the mud. The Ginger himself. At least for Taboo Esports' sake, they keep themselves alive and they pick up a kill as well. And we have got a minute until that blue zone will reach the circle. Still some more action here, though, from Taboo Esports Club, taking some shots onto Sa. Some medical supplies that were dropped from Big Jumbi has been spotted by Radar now. So down to 64 players. Extracity in Mansion, along with Veterans in Pajamas. Archaic starting to continue their push up as well. They have the exact same color as Dynasty Esports Club, and that's absolutely confusing for me. Pushing in for Black Frog Gaming. We haven't actually spoken about Black Frog Gaming. Glider Boys, Bub, and Bub. And Zapruder and Progdog. Now, someone keeps asking me in chat to take off window mode. Now, Foster, the reason why I'm on window mode is because I have a 2560 times 1440 monitor, and I cannot stream on that. It has to be 1920 by 1080, so therefore it's in window mode. I apologize for this. If it's an issue for you, I apologize. I don't think it's that much of an issue because I've streamed like this for months. As we get the next circle towards the north. If you have any suggestions that can fix it, go for it. I'm all ears. But for right now, this is what I've been doing for a very, 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 very long time. It's 1920 by 1080 in the Windows mode. Alright? Simple as that. If I go full screen in 1920 by 1080, it's going to be stretched as a mother F. I'm just saying. 64 live, 18 teams, rant over. That's okay. It's not... It's just... Yes. You know, I've got to get that out of the system then. Because I can't type... So you can hear this in 10 minutes. No kills yet for Kangaroo Esports, but they have spotted... It's Shaggles driving past, and they get QZ from the average Aussie blokes. Big boy Mac are able to stay alive as well. It's Shaggles, by the way, got completely safely through. Look at the rotation, the amount of teams that are pushing up north. It's like there's a party up there and they don't want to be the last ones to arrive. Sunny knockdown from Fall Chaos as well. Big boy Macca. 55 FPS. Pushing through just behind Pooj as well, their teammate. And just right up to the north of them from the Raging Knights. Zapruder knocked down from Ex-Guru. That next circle causing a lot of mischief. A lot of mischief. Forcing... It's hard shifted like east twice and then up north. Like 3 hard shifts in a row right now. Juice is getting shot at. Along with Rabs as well. Gen Joker trying to heal up off in the distance. You can kind of see him. Jukesy knocked down by Big Boy Macca. They did push up a little bit. But just a long-range fight. Big boy Macca. They actually have to be careful because Sa is Is he in their building? I think he is. He's just spotted at 55 FPS. Walk on in. There's a second one in his sights as well, but he kind of panics a little bit with the spray. Will confirm the kill onto 55 FPS. Pooj on the outside of the window. They're not even able to damage him right now. Big boy Macca knocked down by Subslayer. Oh, this is a disaster for the average Aussie blokes. Still trying to keep at bay. Frag Grenade's going to come in. And it is going to finish off Pooj and Big Boy Macca. Subslayer gets the double kill. And the average Aussie blokes are out in last position. And Sar's got himself a compound. But he's going to take some shots onto Tainted Minds. Very risky, very ballsy. Sar dude. I like it. I like it a lot. This is what we like to see. Big boy action. Pip Oping. Thank you, Sleeper Brothers, from 10 minutes ago. Well, the thank yous from 10 minutes ago, technically, and all that jazz. So the one kill for the Raging Knights. Bub, knocked down by Spaggy. Long range knockdown, though. Finishing kill might be hard to come by, although Spaggy continues to push up. Subslayer had spotted Righto, by the way. Pushed on in. So as Sar now just tries to make a run for it, understanding the situation that's at hand. It's not a good situation. It's not ideal. Now he's getting shot up as well. Zapruder knocked down by Spaggy. Guru will die to Jacko. And Sar's made it to a rock. Go back to Ground Zero Gaming here. Shot from Spaggy. Lands onto Glider Boys. Bub has been revived, though, for Black Frog Gaming. Sar was knocked down by Subslayer, who continued to flank, it seems. Because Sar was behind a rock. I don't think he would have picked it on purpose. At least it wouldn't have been a smart option. Frag Grenade comes out. Is this going to go in? If that had made it in, my goodness. How much do you bench Spaggy to throw it that far of a distance and that accurate? Kebab knocked down, though, by Prog Dog. At least some shots being fired back here by Black Frog. Mavgod also knocked down by Costanza. All of a sudden, Ground Zero are in a bit of trouble here. Multiple teams collapsing on them. Black Frog have been able to fire back and cause pressure. Raging Knights eventually die as Skits with the kill onto Sweet Soul. A bit of a sweet kill. Spaggy and Ace gone now, the last two standing for Ground Zero. That's okay, though. They'll be fine. They just need to rank take it. We got the next circle, relatively central, a little bit south, a little bit to the west. This is great for Sway, as Raven has been knocked down. Some fight here between Veterans in Pajamas and the Vehicle Flippers. Jacko knocked down as well, pushing in Olska, but it's going to be Fury and Brink combining to get this knockdown and this kill. Somehow, those amount of bullets wasn't able to finish off Olska, but he does eventually just fall over and die. So it is just Brink and Fury, the last two for Veterans in Pajamas. Kane Ross healing up. Could very well be the last one alive for his team again. For the Vehicle Flippers. And he's going to have to stay alive again by himself. More pushing in coming on from Sleeper Gaming. Mind Game pushes out. Needs to save his teammate. Shavsky is going to get taken down. Mind Game in form right now. Bub has also been knocked down again, by the way, from Costanza as Mind Game. Obviously now has to get this revive onto Jackie. Extricity need to be careful here. Zapruder now out in the trees. Gets the knockdown and he'll go for that finishing kill onto Duffy. No, he's going to leave him alone for now. Needs to get the revive onto Bub. And only one of you can revive him, boys. No need for two. Might as well go and loot Costanza. Tuok with a knockdown onto JCW as well. 16 teams, 47 alive. Big nade from Cedrix, though. Taking out Raffy and Dusty. Huge nade for Kangaroo Esports. Disaster. Though, for Archaic, means it'll be... Whoa. I forgot I still technically have all chat on and I was not expecting that, Cedrix. Why? I am on push to talk though, so they can't hear me. Don't worry, guys. They can't hear me. I just forgot to turn it back off and was not expecting anyone to be using all chat, but Cedrix Y is the crawl. I was not expecting that. 22.5 minutes. 3 kills now for Kanga Esports. Good performance from them so far. Still some time to go. 15 seconds until that blue zone will collapse on in. I'm Seb, knocked down by Snapshot. He said it's a bit of a weird feeling coming back to PUBG, at least competitively. And he's at least doing well at the moment, being involved amongst the action. See that little lovely logo for Sway that he sent me, as Skits has been spotted, found out, eliminated, destroyed, whatever you want to use. He's dead. And Subslayer has also killed Gen Joker. How many kills has Subby got right now? He's got 4, Tuok with 3, Jukesy with 1. Now, if we remember back to our early game interview with Tedesco, he said that he was going to pick up 3 kills this game. He's on a big donut right now. It's a big, big donut. I mean, 0. Teddy, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Where's the kills coming from? Shaggles, dead to Gadgets. And it's still just Gadgets and Radar hanging on for Taboo Esports Club. Started with 18 teams, down to 15. Hard shifting over to the west side. Great for Kanga Esports. Down to the south of them, Carnage Esports. No kills yet. All the way up to the north, Jam Gaming. They've been able to get JCW back up after he was knocked down by the Mullet. And Torrance Esports have also got 4 of themselves still alive. Ace Gun and Spaggy in the broken down shack. Do you have information on Extricity? Non-Reg, though, unfortunately, runs into the rampaging Subslayer, who's got 5 kills now. He's saying, what am I doing down here? What am I doing down here? I want more competition. What is this? He's got 5 now. Tainted Minds have got 9. Steamrolling through. We got some more Calamity action here. Torrance Esports have just decimated Traz Luke Ultra. Although Bouncy Butts with a bit of revenge from up top of the hill. As it is now just Bouncy and JCW left. The question is, do they push on to this? I don't think that they should. Probably not the wisest of choice. 2-on-3. They're running down the hill. It probably wouldn't be the best idea. Taboo in a bit of trouble here as well. Gadget's knocked down and bye-bye Radar. Oh, that wasn't on his radar that they were going to die this early. 13th for Taboo Esports Club and Extricity now turn their attention to the rampaging I was going to say Titans Minds, because they're playing like Titans right now, but it's tainted. The Tainted Titans. I like the sound of that. Is that a frag grenade that came out, or was that a smoke? It was a frag grenade. Damaging Tedesco. Jukesy, though, running out into the open because of it. Mine came. Cleans up. Turns his attention now towards trying to finish off the rest of Tainted Minds. Peaks a little bit too long, though, and gives Subby time and space, and that's all you need to give him, and that's going to be the wipe. Oh, Subslayer's a god. 7 kills now. I want what he's on. What's he taking? I want some, because he is popping off. 7 for the Mullet, but it is just Subby and Teddy left. 11 kills for Tainted Minds. They're in the top 11 at least. 27 alive, and you can see that blue zone shrinking. 5 more seconds. Bub. Knocked down and finished off by I was going to say Subby. Sunny. I'm just so Subby happy right now. And it is going to be the west side again. Kanga Esports. Getting fed at what? I turned away for 2 seconds, and Subslayer's picked up 2 more kills onto Ace Gun and Spaggy. Ground Zero are out in 11th position. I go to look at the next circle, and Subslayer's picked up 2 more kills. What can I do? What can I do? There's nothing I can do. So 9 kills now for Subslayer. Torrance Esports with 3, still alive. So down to 10 teams. We've gone 26, almost 27 minutes. And Mercules is going to fall for Sleeper Gaming. Put to bed. And we're down to the 9 left. Fury knocked down by Kane Ross, who was able to get Raven back up. Credit to him. I thought he might have just left him for dead because Kane Ross wasn't in the same building as Raven. As he turns away, though, Brink in the Dacia pops out of nowhere. Snapshot with the knockdown onto Raven as well. Bit of a long distance knockdown from the building just north of Kane Ross. Now the shots ring out. It is going to be Glider Boys falling for Black Frog Gaming as well. Out in 9th position. And if Kane Ross is not careful, Vehicle Flippers could be out in 8th position as well. But he's ducking and weaving. It is going to be Brink, though, meaning Veterans in Pajamas out in 7th. Vehicle Flippers are out in 8th. And out in 6th is going to be Carnage Esports. We're down to the final 5 teams remaining. All 4 still standing for Kanga Esports. 4 for Sway. 1 standing for Jam and Bouncy Butts. 3 still up for Torrance Esports. And the duo, Subby and Teddy. As Teddy has actually been knocked down. This could be disastrous for Subslayer. Sway are in a really, really good position right now with this compound. And Tedesco has been finished off. Just the big fat donut. No 3 kills this game. And now Subslayer in the grass. But I suspect he probably would be able to be spotted from here. Bouncy Butts does die though, so we're down to the final 4. And I'd have to say it's possibly between Sway or Kanga Esports here. Tyrants Esports are all the way up north, unless they can get an absolute massive hard shift. They've just got no cover. That's the problem. The only thing they have is at the very least they're sort of up the top of the hill. Gives them good vision towards down to the hill. So if they do get it to hard shift onto them, they've got some vehicle cover. Who knows? Anything could happen. But from my perspective, it could be Sway or it could be Kanga here. Subslay's managed to push on up to this compound. He's in the next circle as well. He's safe for now. Ludatea now shots. Has spotted Strayakents. Just on the edge of that circle. It is going to shift over towards Sway. This is also really good for Subslayer as well. Could possibly manage a second place finish. Roomfox knocked down by Ludatea. Shots start to come back though the way towards Kanga Esports. And I'm Sam and Strayakents. The smokes are all they can really do here. But with Kanga Esports fixated on Tyrants, this means Sway is starting to push up a little bit here. Get a little bit frisky. They spot Ceterex. That's from TK Game. Able to get the knockdown, but proficient. Able to get one back. So 1-for-1 trade. White Dog forced back to heal up now. And Snapshot looking to just go for the smokes and the revive onto DK Game. And Subslayer. Oh boy. Bam. Headshot just like that. Subby has arrived. Tainted Minds aren't out of this one. He's picked up another 2 kills. He's got 11. You can't stop the mullet. And he's just put a massive dent into Sway's chances of winning this game. They're down to White Dog and Tony, and they're thinking, what is this guy doing here? Didn't we just leave this location? And this gives the opportunity for Proficient to get Ceterex back up alive. It also gives the opportunity for Sam and Strayakents to be able to start to move in a little bit. Obviously, they have to move south. If I was them, though, I'd be looking to wrap towards their left side. So, oh my goodness. Whoa. Towards this side. Unfortunately, won't make a difference. Strayakents dead in 2 seconds. Bam, falls over. We're down to 3 remaining teams now. Sway, Kanga Esports, and Subslayer representing Tainted Minds. With 11 of the 15 kills. But now it's Kanga's game possibly to lose here. 6 for Ceterex, 6 for Ludatea, 13 in total. And 6 kills for Sway, who are pretty much still kind of keeping an eye on Subslayer. Now they're getting pushed on by Kanga Esports. This is amazing for Subby. He won't be able to 1v4 Kanga, although, I don't want to eat my words, the way he's playing right now, he could very well. And that's going to be 2 death with the knockdown onto Tony. Just leaves White Dog alive for Sway. 1v4 here. Pops up, seeing if he can get some spray down onto Ludatea to try and get a knockdown, then fall back, but he wasn't able to get the full knock. Now he's taking shots. I think that might actually be from Subby. Either way, say goodnight, Irene, to White Dog. Subslayer gets 1 knockdown onto Ceterex, and 2 Deft has also been knocked down, by the way, so it's a 1-on-2 situation. Subby playing the smart play to try and just get that UAZ blown up, but in hopes of actually getting the confirmed kill onto Ceterex. He was able to move away from it. Although he's bleeding out quite heavily, it does provide a chance maybe of a revive. 2 Deft has also been brought back up here. Look at Subby go. He's just pushing up. The next circle has come to the north of both of these 2 teams. 29 seconds until that blue zone will start to move. Subby's got a slight def load to at least work with here. Try to just wrap around it and hope that they didn't spot him. That's all he can play off of this. At least he's been able to pick up 12 kills because Ceterex has died. So it is a 1-on-3 here, and Subslayer's in the circle. They are going to have to push onto him with this slight defilade. If he can get one by themselves, who knows? Anything could happen. And he has spotted Proficient, surely. Oh, yes, he has. SMG, how quick was that? Subby makes it a 1-on-2. Are we witnessing history here? Is there any capacity that he can finish this off? Any capacity. He has spotted 2 depth as well. This spray needs to be pinpoint perfect, and it's just about 2 depth. One more bullet, but it is Lunatio to save the day. Kanga take out game number 2, but it was the subby show. It was the mullet show. It was the Tainted Mind show in game number 2. 13 kills for Subslayer alone, but all credit as well to Kanga Esports coming out with 16 kills. That's kind of what we expected, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it? That's what we expected. Kanga Esports, Tainted Minds. These are the teams we expected to be doing this here in the relegations. They come out in game number 2 and show us why they're favourites for the top 8. Sway in 3rd position as well. Much better performance for their sake, coming out with 6 kills. And for team number 4, I completely forgot already. Tyrants Esports. There you go. That'll do. 2 kills to Stray Kent. And number 5, it was with 0 kills though. Jam Gaming taking out the top 5 overall. That was game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. And when we come back, we're going to get some juicy game 3 action. So make sure you don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we got game number 3. This is Mashti and Kutcha Pretend, the Tom Buden remix. Enjoy. Take a break. Sit back. Relax. Fox FM.
I remember when I was just a young man. I kept pushing and shoving to make a stand. I said, give me just a little more time, and you'll be hearing my music inside your mind. Yeah, turn the lights out. Just turn the lights out. I've got a love thing going on. I've got a love thing going on. They're everywhere, but I can't see the signs. Yeah, I'm blinded by a heavy light. If I give them just a little more of me, yeah, you'll be hearing my music on MTV. Yeah, turn the lights out. Baby, turn the lights out. Just turn the lights out. Baby, turn the lights out. I've got a love thing going on. Hey.
energy's right, just come my way. Baby, touch me so nice, won't be in vain. Yeah, I can't even lie, I'm trying to see. Could you handle it if I gave all in me? You've been saying a lot for a while now, so I hope you're not planning to slow down. Would you act like there's nobody around? You've been saying a lot for a while now, so I hope you're not planning to slow down. We can act like there's nobody around. Boy, all you gotta do is touch me how I want you to. Baby, take your time, I'm gonna make this good for you. Boy, I blow your mind, I promise now that I'll be true. You're my perfect type, so touch me how I want you to. Touch me. Just a matter of time till it's only us. And the mood is so right, wanna feel your touch. Yeah, I can't even lie, I'm trying to see. Could you handle if I gave all of me? You've been saying a lot for a while now, so I hope you're not planning to slow down. Would you act like there's nobody around? Yeah. You've been saying a lot for a while now, so I hope you're not planning to slow down. We can act like there's nobody around. Boy, all you gotta do is touch me how I want you to. Baby, take your time, I'm gonna make this good for you. Boy, I blow your mind, promise now that I'll be true. You're my perfect type, so touch me how I want you to. Touch me.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady bigger. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
It's game 3, guys. Welcome back. Hope you're all enjoying the stream. Hope you're all enjoying the tunes. My name is Zedox. The song is B3 or Bearer X Gensation Right Away. And the song's finished, so that means we are... Never mind, the song's not finished. I got trolled. I got trolled. We're into game number 3. In what has been a very, very fun night. I hope you're enjoying the stream for the ESU OCE Relegations. Make sure you give ESU a follow on Twitter as well as follow the Twitch stream. And if you want, you can also follow me on Twitter at ZenoxOW. Love you all. Alright, let's get into this. So, game number 3, ESU OCE Relegations. And who do we have here? Oh, it's Duffy. I should actually turn on the voice channel. Here we go. There we go. And we've got Duffy here. Duffy, how are you, buddy?
Oh, hey Xenox, bro, how are ya?
I'm doing good. Just a little interview before we head over to our superstar from last game, Subslayer. You wanted this interview? Are you going to say anything, Duffy? No, you're going to leave me hanging. It means I'm going to leave you. Alright, we're going to have to leave him. Let's go to Subby. It's Big Jumbidati, Subslayer. How are you, brother?
You scared the absolute shit out of me, dude. What's up?
Well, I mean, you scared the shit out of a lot of people last game. 13 kills. Did you go to the strippers last night? Is that why you're popping off?
Yeah, you know it, mate. You know it.
How are you feeling this game? What's the strats this game here?
Just see how we go. Take it easy. We got Benchy back in now, so hopefully he's gonna pull out some goods. He reckons a 15 kill game from him, so see how we go. So.
I mean, he's got to perform now, right? Because you guys just popped off last game. If you don't do well this game, then it's Benchy's fault, right?
That's what we're gonna put it on anyway.
All right, man. I'll let you go. Good luck. Have fun.
Thanks, buddy. Enjoy.
A little bit of a Subslayer interview there. I won't be doing it for too many players. Generally, I think 1 or 2, maybe 3 is usually the right number. While they're looting, while nothing's happening. We did miss Rum Rage, though, Drown. Not sure how that occurred. But he drowned. Feels bad. We do have our circle, though. I'm going to just leave these guys here. Now, by the way, there was some... I'll leave the map open while nothing's happening. And I don't think there's anyone too close to each other. I don't see anything. Cool. So there was a bit of discussion last game in the Twitch chat about the fact that apparently the stream was a little bit laggy or something, and it might have been due to the fact it was in window mode. So what I've done, and I've never had the brain cells, the IQ capacity to think of this, but I do have a 1920 by 1080 secondary monitor, and I thought, well, why don't I just chuck the game over on that monitor and then be able to chuck it into full screen to get the 1920 by 1080? Why not just try and do that? So I've done that. We'll see how it goes. So let me know. It's in full screen. It's on the 1920 by 1080. Obviously, downscaled down for Twitch. If it's, a bit better, let me know. Especially the guys who were, sort of letting me know beforehand. Which, by the way, I don't have an issue with. I really don't. I think it's good that people sort of let you know as a streamer or as a caster doing production that there's some issues. Because at the end of the day, I want to make the stream as entertaining and as, visually viewable and pleasurable to watch for you guys. So if there are any issues, be free to let me know. I don't have an issue. I just want to move that over there. Yeah, that might be a little bit better, I think. Either way, play area is going to be restricting inside of the next 2 minutes. So far, what do we have here? What do we have? Actually, I'm going to also just turn this off again, because we don't want a repeat of what happened last game. That was quite hilarious, in fact. Was not expecting anyone to actually be using all chat in a competitive game. That was bizarre. Yeah, that definitely shocked me a little bit. Not gonna lie. So that was interesting to see that happen. So I'm just gonna turn it off. I feel like that's probably for the best to have that turned off. And it's Duffy message got yelled at. So Duffy got told off. And by the way, that's why I wanted to ask for permission. I asked Subslayer before the game, so that was fine. And I obviously had spoken to Duffy, but the rest of his team obviously yelled at him. So that's a bit of a feels bad. But that's sort of where I wanted to maybe take this. Ask for permission. Go in at the very, very beginning as they're parachuting, as they're landing, as nothing's happening. Obviously on my end as well, making sure they're sort of in the clear, which kind of gives away the fact that they're in the clear. But let's be real. They're able to see while parachuting if there's people around them. All right. So we'll work on it. See what we can do with it. And go from there. 6 minutes into the game now. As it is 30 seconds until that blue zone will start to move in. A couple of teams already starting to rotate towards Gatka Fields. In fact, we've got some action here. Skits and Rabs. And it is going to be Skits falling to Rabs. Oh, it has not been a good day for Corvidae. That actually rhymed. Did not even intend that. Also, for the record, for the stream stuff, I actually haven't dropped a single frame. And we haven't crashed. So I'm pretty happy with today's stream. I'm not going to lie. No dropped frames. No crash. Xenox is happy. That makes me happy. So, I've jinxed it now, haven't I? I really have. Anyway, Blue Zone is moving. It'll take about 5 minutes as it looks like 2 deft. Needs to be a bit careful here, along with Proficient. Goes straight past Jackie from Extricity. And Costenza's just trailing from behind, although maybe Jackie has his own buggy, and he does. Lanks from Sleeper Gaming. Only the 3 members, actually. Lanks, Mercules, and Shaggles now getting shot at as well by the ever-present Jackie, who's just taking a bit of pot shot at everyone rotating past at the moment. And that's going to be Costenza helping out to confirm the knockdown and the kill onto Lanks. That means it'll be just the 2 remaining for Sleeper Gaming. And as Subslayer said in his interview, Benchu is back in. Tedesco subbed out. Benchy's back. And so if Tainted Minds don't really perform this game, you can just blame it on Benchy, who almost got run over by Tuok. Team's starting to make their way in pretty quickly, pretty early on. Doesn't look like there's going to be many that are hanging around too much in the blue. Costenza knocked down, though, Car 98 from Proficient. Got plenty of 7.62 as well, and it looks like Kangaroo Esports are on the move here to try and clean up this kill, possibly any extras as well. Duffy, though, and Mind Game, you can see kind of just off into the background a little bit, trying to get closer and closer. Fry Grenade. Give it a cheeky follow. And that's going to be enough to wipe out Costenza. Jackie, though, in a bit of trouble. Has to pop the smoke, pop the first aid kit. They might not be fully aware that he's in there, but with that second smoke coming out now, they should be a little bit more aware. Jackie's got to be careful here. And out in the open, easy as you like for Ludatio. Kangaroo Esports will make that 2 kills. Mind Game going down as well, could make it 3, and it will be. Just leaving Duffy. Oh, this is disaster for Extricity. Duffy, the last one left. Spray, he's able to get 1 knockdown, but it's not enough. Extricity are out in 18th position. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Maybe you shouldn't have asked for the interview, Duffy. Although, for all that is love and God, do not try and blame me for that, because it's got nothing to do with me. Brink, though, now from Veterans in Pajamas, going past Kangaroo Esports. 4 kills for Kanga with that wipe. JCW knocked down. By the way, the Jam logo, I got sent a new one, which will be in effect next game. So the squishy Jam won't be for too much longer. As Endgame now pulls up onto Traz, he gets the spray, and it's actually pretty decent, although Luke Ultra, who's right below me, that's why I couldn't spot him, has also spotted Sar now. Bad news for Raging Knights, although Sar's able to just make it away from Luke Ultra's sightlines and climb up their stairs to safety. And now Luke Ultra to try and push up here to confirm the kill onto Endgame. No, they're just going to leave them alive for now. I mean, that's a bit ballsy considering Big Jumbidati's pushed up here now as well. If you can get the knockdown onto Luke Ultra, could turn things into the favour for the Raging Knights. Traz will surely get finished off here. Big Jumbi won't take the same risk. No. Man, he actually almost took out Rido. You've gone for the wrong knockdown, buddy. There you go. That's Traz. And Rido's so close to death now that he'll pretty much bleed out. Thanks to Big Jumbidati. Smoke behind the buggy. Big Jumbi just sticks it at the last second, though. Luke Ultra may not be aware of this. He will confirm Endgame as well as Sar. Oh, no. Disaster for the Raging Knights. And it's up to Big Jumbidati, and he gets the knockdown. He'll get the kill onto Bouncy Barts. Now can he just find Luke Ultra? No, he can't. Raging Knights have been wiped out, and it's just the 1 remaining for Jam Gaming. Man, these rhymes are on point at the moment. So Luke Ultra with 3, and he stays alive. Most importantly, more important than the 3 kills, I would say. 27 seconds until the blue zone will complete. Reach that circle. Shots from Tainted Minds onto Psycho of Taboo Esports Club. They've already lost Run Rage, of course, early on after he drowned. I don't know if it had been possibly a disconnect issue or a connection issue of any sort of kind. But we are going to get that new circle 3 seconds from now. Is it going to hard shift or are we going to get a central circle? A bit of a soft shift, I would say, towards the southwest over Quarry. So Quarry, Gatka Fields in play here. DK Game and Sway pushing a little bit more south, just like the rest of the teams now, starting to rotate, getting in their convoys of vehicles and pushing south. Although for Tainted Minds, pushing north. Going in the opposite direction of everybody else. Luke Ultra has to be slightly careful here because Tainted Minds are about to be hot on his trail. Shots from 2 depth onto the rotating Archaic off into the distance. Now Peep hoping. Well, I can't remember what it was actually. Was it Pip Oping? Can't remember. Terrible cast. I'm sorry. My apologies. But let's get to the action. Sunny knocked down by Rabs. Dynasty Esports Club. Hat picked up 2 kills now. And Carnage down to just 3 remaining members. Deaths Won't Kill You, Untainted, and Wolf. As Kane Ross and Jacko have been lit up by DK and Snapshot. Juice just poking his head around the corner a little bit. Oh, what a shot onto Deaths Won't Kill You from that sort of angle. That's a nasty shot. And there's a bit of an overview of the circle. 20 seconds until that blue zone will start moving in. You can see Tainted Minds and Luke Ultra both have rotated just over Mount Everest. And the action here between Dynasty Esports Club and Carnage Esports is starting to heat up here, especially if Dynasty look to just push on in for the kill. And they will now with the grenade knockdown from Rabs. Carnage, you've got to be expecting this push, and they are. Untainted just trying to hold the angle of the front doorway, but they can come from any window and from anywhere is dangerous. Woodsy now from the outside. Untainted, though, gets a good spray back, but it's not going to be enough. Juice able to pretty much collapse into him. Death Won't Kill You. Can he find anything? No, he can't. Carnage wiped out. And 5 kills now for Dynasty Esports Club, and we've had 3 teams wiped out in the first 14 minutes. How about that for a start to this game? Minute and 20 seconds until the blue zone will reach the circle. And there was a knockdown up top here for the average Aussie blokes. Pooj, though, is safe. But they do have to deal with Taboo Esports Club. Otherwise, pretty spread out at the moment. The teams that were close together have pretty much fought each other off and taken each other's compounds and their lives as well. So 1 remaining minute. Pip Oping for Corvidae, Aziki, and Pekin. Haven't really been able to get going so far. Luke Ultra just going to play it safe along the beach. Tainted Minds. No kills yet for them after the huge game from Subslayer that we saw before. Big Boy Maka with a knockdown onto Psycho. Taboo Esports Club, it's fair to say that they have been struggling today. And I have this sadness in my voice too, because they're a really good team. Really, really talented team that just have not had their day. It hasn't been their day. Sometimes PUBG's like that. You just struggle a little bit. Things don't quite line up unless Pooj stands still for Radar. That's the second knockdown for Pooj as well, so he will bleed out pretty quickly. But it should get the easy revive as we get the next circle, and that's slightly to the northwest. I mean, minorly. It is mostly central, though. It's pretty decent, at least for Tainted Minds, that it didn't like hard shift over towards Ferry Pier. That would have been a bit annoying. 55 FPS, and I hope for my sake and for you guys' sake, I hope the stream's about 55 FPS now as well. I hope it's improved. If it has, let me know. Obviously, as the game goes on, it'll get better. Radar spotting, I'm Sam. Really should have hit that shot, but it's always difficult to be fair. 16 minutes gone by. 15 teams, 48 alive. Taboo Esports Club have at least got 3 still standing. Not out of it yet. Down the bottom here. Archaic and Kangaroo Esports. Fighting it off amongst the tree lines. And Proficient knocked down by Non-Reg, although shots onto Deethlamite, as you can see. Cedrix. They have a bit of a smoke here as well, a bit of a defilade. Kangaroo Esports, of course, the winners in game number 2 tonight. It's going to be an early medkit. As Proficient will be finished off by Raffi. Picks up his first kill. Archaic's first kill of the game as well. Up on top of this rock to try and get a bit more of an angle, a bit more of an overview of what's happening in front of him for the 3 remaining members of Kangaroo Esports here. Ludotea and 2 left off into the background. Cedrix now, though, in between them. He is making a run for it and using that tree sightline to his advantage. 2 left, though, takes a couple of shots from Raffi. Now switches attention over towards Cedrix. Does take a couple of shots to the bum, but it's not enough to stop him from jumping around. Takes another shot. Fico knocked down by White Dog as well. I think that's a long-range shot for Sway. We've done well so far tonight. That is a very long-range shot from Sway, in fact. So Fico will be fine. Still a bit of a stalemate up top on the Gatka side itself. Still some shots onto Ludotea, hugging this rock. Archaic have got them pinned down at the moment. Now, we don't have a hydration bot, but you should drink your water, ladies and gentlemen. Always keep your fluids in check. And also keep your bikes in check. That could just roll off into the distance. And it looks like Kanga might just be running off into the distance here and giving up on this one. Ludotea making a run for it along with Tudeft and Cedrix. As we are 50 seconds away until that blue zone will make its way to the circle, and we will get our phase 4 circle. Tainted Minds have been able to essentially just walk into a free compound. How about that, though? Puts himself into a really good position to get a big chance of getting that next zone to shift onto them. But so far, it's pretty spread out. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised right now. I mean, I would say it's due to the fact that we had 3 teams die so early on. You don't generally see 3 entire teams wiped out at this point. You might as well say 4 because Luke Ultra is just a snake already this early on and is not going to really try and involve himself. So you could essentially say there's about 14 teams at the moment, 19 minutes into the game. And that's why it's a little bit quiet right now. That's why there's not a lot happening. But this next circle will make things happen, shifting towards the north. And means we will come to a climax between the showdown of average Aussie blokes and Taboo Esports Club. 55 FPS. What are you doing? What are you absolutely doing? Either way, both of these 2 teams are going to have to move forward. And unfortunately for them, Tyrants Esports gatekeeping them as well, as they will look to push in. Sway holding up on the Wizard Tower on top of this hill. They're in a marvelous position. Tainted Minds don't quite get too lucky. They will have to move in closer to the center of the circle. And for Dicey Esports Club and their 5 kills, 4 of them to Rabs. They're fine for now, but they would probably rather be in Veterans in Pajamas position. Although they do have Ground Zero Gaming outside of them. And just below Ground Zero Gaming is going to be the 3 remaining members of Kangaroo Esports, starting to push up now. Of course, for Sleeper Gaming, they've also only got the 2 players. They're not looking to be too aggressive either, so not many teams are electing to be too aggressive at this point. Kebab knocked down, though, by Cedrix. It's a back-and-forth trade as Tudeft has been knocked down as well. Spaggy, not really with the rest of Ground Zero, though. Just off to the side here. Might be able to impact Cedrix as Tudeft is just knocked down below him. If he just moves up a little bit more, although he turns his attention now to shots coming out from Ludotea, he spots him as well. Able to let a couple, and that's Spaggy coming up clutch. Cedrix, though, just over this little defilade, unable to get the knockdown onto Spaggy. Disaster striking into the hearts of Kangaroo Esports, and now Ace Gun, but Cedrix shuts him down. Gives himself a lifeline for now, and for Kanga. And Mavgod and Kebab look to try and finish this one off. Cedrix pops up. Here's the shots. He knows they're above him. Wants to be not too sure there's some behind him. And Spaggy cleans up. Oh, that's Spaggy. 2 kills for him onto Kanga. Diethelmud knocked down by Tony as well. Long range knockdown. Is he out in the open? I believe he is. Unless there's no trees rendering it. Nope, he's out in the open. Rest in peace, Diethelmud. Rest in peace indeed. Sway. 2 kills now. So 4. 2 for Tony and 2 for DK. So we've gone 21.5 minutes and really anticlimactic up to the top here. Taboo and Tyrants. Oh, sorry, not Tyrants. Average Aussie blokes both avoiding each other. Tyrants, though, not really able to gatekeep up either of them. Do have their attention, though, on Taboo slightly, with Taboo taking some shots onto Fico, who has already been knocked down. Some long-range shots. Prog Dog from Black Frog, who I think besides Game 1, Black Frog Gaming have been a bit more quiet. It's fair to say. Game 1, they were absolutely masters. They were on fire. It was a fiesta. They were insane. Like frogs themselves, they were jumping all over the place, picking up kills, thanks to Bub, 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 and Bub. You could just make a team 4 Bubs. Why not? Pipoping or Pipoping? Pipoping? I keep getting it wrong. I just want to say Pipoping. I think that's how it's said. Tainted Minds, though, staying a little bit longer, just holding the edge of the circle. You can just see the X completely different when there's no compounds. This is the center of the circle, by the way. As Pipoping has been spotted by Bub Bub. Not really a great reason to push into the wheat field at all. And that next circle continues to just be central. Black Frog eliminating Sleeper Gaming, though, thanks to Bub, 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 Bub. And Raven just rank taking it for vehicle flippers. 13 teams, 39 alive. You can see how spread out everyone is at the moment. Luke Ultra in the blue. Still just holding on for Jam Gaming. The second he comes through, he's right. He's got Tainted Minds to him. Plenty of medical supplies here. He's even got a military vest, level 3 backpack. I mean, Luke Ultra is absolutely set up. But he's by himself. At least he's trying to do Jam Gaming some credit here. Subslayer pushing in early. No kills yet for Tainted Minds. None for Subslayer either. It hasn't really been their circle. They've had to work really hard to rotate around to get to these sort of positions. And they've got Sway belting down on them, raining fire from above. Shroom Fox knocked down by Psycho. Up north. Kind of keeping an eye on how this is going to play out, though. Subslayer and Jukesy both are at half health as Dusty Esports Club wiped out, eliminated, destroyed by Archaic. And now Antic has been knocked down by Ace Gun and will be finished off as Ground Zero look to push in. Although Variants in Pajamas have got their eyes on Archaic as well. Pushing on up here. Non-Reg gets the spray down onto Fury AU. Turning in the corner. It's Brink 72. He's trying to get the spray as well. The Blue Zone's pushing him up. He's going to have to reload. Push on up here. Get that quick little scope and that'll do. Brink finished off. 12th position for Veterans in Pajamas on 5 kills now. For Archaic. 4 of them for Non-Reg. And so Archaic essentially take the south side of the circle right now. Over towards the east is Ground Zero and Pekin gets 11th position for Corvidae. Raffi has been knocked down and out in the open. Archaic are just absolute cows to the slaughter for Ground Zero. Dusty and Spaggy just whiffs quite a few shots there. Should have really finished that kill off, or at least the knockdown. And now he's sort of lost track of him. There he is. Now he's been knocked down, but that was from Ace Gun. Now it's Non-Reg in the smoke. He is hidden. And Snapshot joins in on the fray. Knocked down onto Ace Gun. 6 kills now for Sway. Spotting Ground Zero between the Dacia and a rock. Just putting a bit of pressure on. So DK, actually a little bit south to the rest of the team. So Sway a little bit split up at the moment. Ace Gun has finally perished. 9 teams, 24 alive, and that's going to be Non-Reg dying as well. For Archaic, on the 26-minute mark, and we get that next circle, ladies and gentlemen, again, slightly to the west, but it is central for the most part. Tainted Minds can probably feel like they can just move back a little bit and don't have to quite push into Sway, but never mind, Tuok, he's got other ideas. He spots DK Geem, gets the knockdown. And he also spotted Tony off into the distance, frag grenade to try and finish DK off. That's not even close. From Tuok. Need a little bit more arm strength, Tuok. Tom, what are you doing? And Tony might actually be able to get this revive as well onto DK. I mean, you just got to finish that kill off. In that situation, they haven't got a single kill yet. Now he turns around to see if he can spot him to try and finish him off, but it's too little, too late. And Tony's going to be able to get that revive. As big boy Mac has been knocked down by Australia Kents. Tyrant Esports onto average Aussie blokes. And duck and weave does not work out well for 55 FPS. Gets knocked down by I'm Sam. Final 8 teams here for game 3. And the average Aussie blokes is just that average 8th position. So we're down to 7 teams remaining. Black Frog Gaming have actually racked up to 5 kills now. Credit to them. Tyrant Esports with 3 kills. Raven with the rank tank for Vehicle Flippers. And Luke Ultra rank tanking for Jam. Of course, they've got 4 kills. None for Tainted Minds. 7 for Sway. Which, of course, they actually got DK back up. But they lost White Dog in the process. Ground Zero with 8 kills still alive. They were under quite a bit of pressure from Sway a little bit before. They're able to sort of manage at the moment, although shots continue to ring out from above them. There is a smoke in front, but it's not enough to save Mav God. And Skabab tries to get this revive. And see, without the X-ray, you can see them just behind the smoke ridge line. As Spaggy does die, thanks to Snapshot and DK. 2 kills for Snapshot. Oh, he can't miss right now. Snappy. Oh, Snappy with 3 shots in a row. 10 kills now for Sway. How about that from our favorite president of the Shack? And Sway right now putting themselves in the hot seat of making it into the Legend Series if they can make top 8. Or at least, sorry, the closed qualifiers. Tony, is he going to show Tuok how to throw a frag grenade? Well, not quite. He's also short of the distance, and Tony's head's open for the taking. And Tainted Minds happy to rip that head straight off. Subby, Tuok combine. Tony knocked down. He's got a slight defilade, though, that he should be able to get revived. We get that next circle, and it moves down south. Great for Sway. If they can ward off Tainted Minds. Final 6 teams remain. As Juxie's been knocked down by DK, Sway's got an absolute... a range of sniper rifles in their possession. Progdog and Bub. Knocked down. Just leaving Zapruder and Glider Boys. Shots now from Zapruder onto Australia against long range distance. He's not sure, should he fight back or should he run? He probably should have ran. Tyrant Esports are just flexing on Black Frog Gaming right now. The revive onto Progdog. We'll be able to come up now thanks to Glider Boys. Frag grenade. Although where he's throwing it, no one's running. Shroom Fox and Australia Cans coming around the smoke here. Is he going to yeet all over him? Right into the grass. Oh, he will. Australia Cans pops around the smoke, says yeet. And picks up the kill. Benchu knocked down by Tony. That just leaves Zapruder and Glider Boys. I think that's going to be just about it. Zapruder, though, will be able to get a knockdown and the kill onto I Am Sam, but they're wiped out in 6th position. Benchu was knocked down, but it is going to be Jukesy confirming the kill onto Tony. DK and Snapshot in the smoke for Sway. They had the position, but they're running out of players, and Tuok's feisty. He's looking for kills. Four still standing for Tainted Minds. They weren't able to get the chicken dinner last game, but it's their time to shine here in the second game. Quite ironic, they've only got the 1 kill. Subby, though, with a knockdown onto Shroom Fox. Snapshot just playing it safe inside of the grass, waiting for Tainted Minds to make a mistake, waiting to spring on up. Shroom Fox should be able to get revived from this situation. But that is the final 3 teams. It's just going to be Snapshot by himself for Sway. Spots Jukesy in front of him. He also has seen Tuok, and now he's seen Benchu as well. He's seen all 3 of them. Oh, he just wasn't able to do anything because Tainted Minds walked all over Snappy. 2 teams remain. Tainted Minds, it's your game to win this one. 9 kills for Tyrants Esports. But it will be 4 kills for Tainted Minds and a chicken dinner to back up their second game performance from the last round here. It's all but a given at this point. I'm bookmarking it in. The flank has come. The wraparound, the spray from Benchu hitting absolutely nothing but air. But that's okay. Because they will get Shroom Fox. Makes it up for the second spray in Tainted Minds. Take out game number 3. And they are well and truly in form right now. After game 2 and game 3, Tainted Minds have shown up. 2 kills for Benchu, 1 for Tuok, and 1 for Subslayer. Not many kills there for Jukesy, just a flat big donut, but that's okay. Gets the chicken dinner. Tyrants Esports, though, in second position. They've been performing quite well, haven't they? They've been a team that's definitely surprised probably a few people. In third place, it is Sway. Swaying their momentum around at the moment. They've been also consistent. And Luke Ultra actually managed 5th place for Gem. That's absolutely amazing. Well, big credit to Lukey there. Gotta say that considering the situation that he was in from the very beginning, could have easily been wiped out super early. Able to get 5th place, and Vehicle Flippers in 4th. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up game number 3, but don't worry, we got one more. Oh yes, this is Dirty Rush. Brass. Again, a reminder, follow the Twitch, follow the Twitters, follow everything. Follow the players as well. Because that's what it's all about. It's about these beautiful, beautiful playing specimens. Talented beasts. We'll be back after the break. Listen to the tunes. I love you all.
Control, slip, slip, and slide onto the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control. 3, 2, 1, drop it. Are you ready for this? Pass that back to the gang of boys. Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip, slip and slide on the dance floor.
Hope you're enjoying the bangers, guys. 25 seconds until we get into game number 4. This is Jay, Don't Walk Away. It's a minute bootleg. Thank you very much for everyone tuning in. It's been an amazing night. My name is Xenox. This is the ESU OCE Relegations. And we're heading into game number 4. There's the plane path. North is Novo, all the way to hospital. We've got 2 lovely guests for our interview coming up, both from the same team.
Wanna feel your love, wanna be for sure that it's me you need, baby, each and every night. If I let you come inside tomorrow,
One of them likes to shoot grass. We'll give you that as a hint.
when I need someone to hold, baby, don't misunderstand. I do want you for my man. I just need a little time before I invest my love. Don't walk away, my love won't hurt you. Don't walk away.
We are going to be back tomorrow night, of course, as well. Same time tomorrow for the relegations. Well, let's get into this, shall we? Let's do this. Let's do this. This is the real stuff here. Just making sure that we don't see any early death. Sonny getting shot at by Mind Game. No, why I said Mind Game Pinshu. The reason why I said Mind Game is because he will be our first guest. And oh boy, what a circle. Well, boy. Well, that's a fancy, fancy boy circle. Sosnovka Island finish for game number 4. Australia Kent's close by to... or 4 Chaos as well. Let's go over to our little interviewees, though, shall we? Suck on the old chat. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Costenza.
Hey, Xenox.
How are you, buddy? How are things going? Obviously, it hasn't been a great night for you guys.
No, it really hasn't, but, you know, I think we've had some, like, comm issues during the games, but I think today, this game, I think we'll fix it up.
All right, how many kills are you guys going to get this game?
Look, I'll be honest, I'll say at least 4.
At least 4. All right, I'm going to hold you to
At
that.
least 4.
I'm going to hold you to
At
that.
least 4.
4 kills for Extricity this game. Thank you very much, Cozzy. Good. Best of luck.
Yeah, mate, we'll need it.
And for our second interviewee, we have Mind Game. Mind Game, have you got your chat on?
What's going on, dog?
There we go. It's Mind Game, ladies and gentlemen. The guy who just loves shooting grass. He started it all. He was Mind Game 1.0. How are you, big fella?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
No, I'm doing very well. It's been an absolute massive night. It's been a fiesta, is what I like to call it. We spoke to Costenza before, and popping over to you. He reckons 4 kills for Extricity this game. How many do you think?
Oh, easy, mate. We're going for a 30 kill win, dog.
You're going for a 30 bomb. I don't think you're going to quite get that one game, but I wish you the very best of luck.
A man can dream, alright? A man can dream.
Just make sure you leave the grass alone. Hopefully, for your sake, you guys can at least get top 5 or so.
We're not talking about how much grass I can kill?
We know, everyone knows you can kill a lot of grass.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's like a 60 bomb each game. Either way, I'm going to let you go. Best of luck, man.
Love you, bro.
Alright, that was my game. Let's see if Benchy's here. We're going to give him a quick hello because obviously Tainted Minds won the last game for those who weren't here. Benchy, are you there? I don't think he is. I don't think he heard me. Last chance, Benchy. That's a big fat no. So Benchy's not in on the interview action. I didn't message him before the game. That's okay. I thought I'd maybe see whether or not. What about Jukesy? Hello, Jukesy. No, he's not on it either. So Tainted Mind, it was Teddy. That's okay. We'll leave them alone. That's enough. Usually I like 2 interviews. I think 2 interviews is a good number. 3 max. Otherwise, then you start to sort of drag it on a little bit. But as you can see, nothing happened during that phase of the game. Not much happened, and we still sort of have been able to see Ceterex take some shots onto Pipoping, apparently. So, I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. Maybe we can try and get a bit more involved in it tomorrow night again as well. As long as, obviously, the players give permission. That's the main thing. I do generally ask for permission. Just a note. We spoke to Costanza and Mind Game before. They were happy to have the interview. Obviously, as you can see, Benshu and Jukesy both had theirs off because we didn't organize that. So, yeah, turn that off now. So we are into the game. Game number 4 for the ESU OCE Relegations. If you aren't aware, the top 8 teams from tonight and tomorrow night, same night tomorrow, 4 more games, will be making it into the Legend Series closed qualifier, where so far I believe the top 10 from the invite division of the last season of ESU are already in there. And Pippo Ping able to get past a couple of teams. So 30 seconds until the blue zone will start to make its way in. So far, already pretty close to each other. Veterans in Pajamas and Dynasty Esports Club. Already pretty close by. Starting to move in. Kanga Esports as well. And out in the ocean, it is going to be Carnage Esports, Wolf, possibly going for this crate. Should be able to grab it as well. Tainted Mind still around the school area. Still just coming out of Watertown. Is going to be Extricity. Big Jumbidati. It's been a bit quiet since probably about game 1 for Raging Knights. Obviously, last game, or I believe it was last game, they got completely wiped out by Jam Gaming. Except for Luke Ultra. But they also wiped out most of Jam as well. I'm Sam. Now, I want to see if he's got his all chat on. Weesey, can you hear me? Last chance, Weesey. That's a no. Okay. Cheeky little bugger changing his name like that on me. Not even telling me. That's what he gets. Apparently some water action going on here. Rafi actually quite low. Vehicle flippers. Taking some shots onto him. Just falls back towards Deastlamide, who has just gone for a bit of a swim himself. And Rafi can now heal up as well as Deastlamide can take control. Or never mind, he's still just going to sit here for Archaic. Looks like Sway's going to start to make their way down from South Georgia Pool. A lot of teams pushing in early. Still all the way up north, though, is Jam Gaming in Severny. And Ground Zero, actually, with Mavgod here. Is he by himself? He is. Pretty close to Dynasty Esports Club and Veterans in Pajamas. As we're just about to reach the 8.5 minute mark for game number 4. Teams making their way down. Not a whole lot happening though, this early on. A lot of teams are actually going by boat rather than by going over the bridges, which means there's no sort of congestion between these teams. Spaggy, Ace Gun, both going to meet up with Mavgod. It looks like Dynasty Esports Club are actually on the move here, not electing to stay near Veterans in Pajamas. They want to go towards this more southern compound. Expecting possibly the circle may finish up on this western side of the military base. Generally speaking, teams like to sort of hold towards west side of military base or the south side of the military base. Unless the circle sort of hard shifts north earlier on, like say the next circle, they don't tend to hold too much towards this sort of position. Where Fury and Antic are at the moment for veterans in pajamas. Down in the military base, though, it is going to be Black Frog Gaming with Bub. It's been definitely a highlight file tonight. Zapruder, Prog Dog, and Glider Boys. Pretty sure some of those players actually used to be on Aftermind, if I'm correct. And the Vehicle Flippers had a top 5 finish last game. Decent for their sake. And now Sway also just trenching up their loot, which is becoming a little bit more of a common occurrence. It's something that we saw in Zimo way back from the Chinese teams doing that. And ever since then, we've started to see it slowly start to creep in from the Australian teams. And once again, Tainted Minds holding this Novo side bridge when it's a Sosnovka Island circle. So it's starting to become a bit of a strategy for them that they're replicating quite often, although you just don't know how long they're actually going to hold that spot for. It looks like Benshu's probably just repositioning a little bit, or are they actually going to be on the move? That's the question. Possibly some uncertainty. Raging Gadgets, though, still going to have to just rotate from the blue. A bit worried off there by Tainted Minds. Still quite a few teams actually in the blue towards this Milter side of the map. And, wow, talk about holding the edge for Sway here. There is still a very slight chance it could hard shift onto them, and if it does, we could have a very interesting circle. We're about to find out. Surely it doesn't, and it does not. But, for Sway's sake, they could just move south towards Ferry Pier. So, shots onto the rotating Archaic. Through an absolute packed area. Skits is also on the move. So many teams now are starting to get positioned towards the right side. Big Jumpy Darty. Oh, is he going to light up Non-Reg here? Surely. Or is it a little bit too low to react? Big Jumpy's not able to really do a whole lot there to Non-Reg, who I'm absolutely bamboozled as the fact that how he's been able to get through this entire area. And not sure what's happening down here, but Hughesy, Extricity with the average Aussie blokes. Why is Hughesy all the way down here by himself is just mind-boggling. Extricity have got themselves at least a boat now as well to get out of this precarious situation. Corvidae peeking and Pipoping just crash landing. Darcy's can't quite, you know, float. This has been knocked out in the open for the Raging Knights. Just means it's Righto and Game and Big Jumbi. So confusing right now because Carnage and Corvidae have a very, very similar color palette. And Subslay actually gets a kill. Down here to the south side. 2 kills now, in fact, for Tainted Minds. As White Dog's also knocked out. This is from Rum Rage. This is all the way up north. This is why I wasn't finding where it was. In the blue zone, Snapshot and DK. What can the Snappy do here? 2 members down in the blue. It's not chunking too much. It is only the second blue zone. And so, seeing what he can do. Rum Rage, the last one standing for Taboo Esports Club in what has been a dire, dire day so far. I like how someone pointed out in chat that Duffy wasn't allowed to speak to me because Tenzo and Mind Game were allowed. Poor Duffy. That's it feels bad, man. Oh, Extricity though, just hanging out the bottom side of the cliffs. They said they were going to get 4 kills this game. They got 1. They're on their way. Only 3 more required. Gem Gaming with that new little logo, as you can see. How cute's that? Fixed the old squishy gem. It's gone. And Rum Rage is able to stay alive for Taboo at the moment. Sway have got all 4 still standing for their sake. For Tyrants Esports, no kills yet. Just keeping themselves safe at the moment towards the northeastern side of this circle, which in 3 seconds we're about to get this next circle. If it hard shifts over to Tyrants Esports, oh, what a big meme that would be. It doesn't though. It's central, a little bit to the left, so the teams that have predicted where this is going to finish get rewarded. And again, a reminder, the next circle shouldn't have any water in it, or at the very least, not much. I mean, absolutely tiny amount. Kane Ross spotted by Tuok. This is going to be the 3rd kill now for Tainted Minds. Kane Ross will be finished off. Slayer will confirm that kill, and that's 3 now for Tainted Minds. And as I said, phase 4 circle, it will shift on to pretty much where the majority of the players are already in the circle. The problem is for all of these teams that aren't in the circle at the moment. I mean, look at Sway still on Novo's side bridge. Shavsky trying to manage this. I mean, come on, dude. You've got 10 bandages left. Look how far you have to run. That's not happening, Shavsky. It is not happening. I like the endeavor. I'm not going to lie, guys. I like his endeavor. I like his optimism. But with 9 bandages, his stim as well is about to run out. It's on its last bar. If he makes it out of there, I'll do a shoey on stream. Hang on, I'm just making sure he can't do it. I doubt he's going to be able to do it. I hope he doesn't for my sake now. Now I hope he dies. Falls flat-faced. Perishes. Tainted Minds, though, under a bit of fire here. Benchy's just got to be careful. Got a bit of cover on the rocks. And just below them, Extricity, who have elected to still just not really make too much of a movement here. Shavsky, are you dead yet? He's got 5 bandages remaining after this. He's about to lose his stimulant. And the blue zone's moving. Yeah, no, he dead. He dead. Oh, he gone. He's so gone. Luckily, though, for Sleeper Gaming, it's got Shaggles still alive. Bouncy Butts on the move for Jam Gaming now. 18 teams, 60 alive. A bit of a slow start. Remember, I think it was game 2. We had 3 teams die by the 18-minute mark. So that was a bit of a different game there for all aspects of it, really. I think that was the Subslay game as well. Ground Zero off in the distance. And Veterans in Pajamas have moved over. But it is a quiet game so far. 18 minutes gone. Not a lot of action. This next circle is going to shrink, but it is just going to most likely shrink towards the east side of this current circle. Oh boy, wowee! What have we got going on here? Oh, Costenza! Frag grenade from the depths of hell. That one didn't quite make it over though. Benchy Tuok, and they can be picked up. Subslayer. Oh. This is disaster for Tainted Minds. They do still have Jukesy alive. Costenza has been able to make it pretty far up this hill. I don't know if he can complete it though. And they do have to get moving. Costenza's going to have to give up on this. Jukesy needs to heal up, and he's got plenty of supplies. Tuok has been revived now. Benchy will be revived as well. Jackie, how many more frags do you have down here, Extricity? We are going to get that next circle, as I said, over to the east side. No surprises. No one should be shocked. Pretty standard. There are still some players, though, that haven't been able to quite get in there just yet. Bit of a push here from Sway now onto Veterans in Pajamas. Finally, some action. Praise almighty Big Jumby. Brink. Oh, Brink's got 2 there. DK Game and White Dog. It's just Snappy alive. He peeks around the doorway and he gets the kill. Oh, Snapshot saves the day. Sway, baby. Snapshot. We'll be able to get White Dog and DK up. 3 kills for Snappy, 4 for Sway. Veterans in Pajamas wiped out in 18th position. And Bouncy Butts has been knocked down for Jam. Wolf with the knockdown and the kill. Ground Zero also taking some shots onto Luke Ultra, who was amazing with that rank tank earlier on tonight. Some skids on the road. Guys, we're not in Broadmeadows here. Watch out with the old fishies. There's Duffy and Mind Game quite a bit of a distance away from Jackie and Costenza here. Deethlamide and Dusty and Co. I think they may have spotted him here. Dusty's position looks like he has. Oh, yes. Duffy, Mind Game, feels bad, man, for Archaic. Brog Dog, I don't know why I said Archaic, because it's not feels bad for Archaic, it feels bad for Electricity. Also feels bad for Itch Shaggles. Has been spotted, found out, and eliminated. 5 kills now for Tainted Minds. As Prog Dog has died to Shroom Fox. Subslay getting a knockdown onto Sunny, though. Does this man ever quit? 2 kills this game. Zapruder also died to Australia Kents. It's not looking good here. Bub, what can you do? He spots Shroom Fox, but only got a small head of him. The Defilade keeps the rest hidden. Glider Boys is also still alive for Black Frog, but they need Bub. That was the correct amount of bubs, but he needs to find the kill here onto Shroom Fox, who's pushing up here. It's a 2-on-2. Shreya and Shroom. Bub and Glider. Sam and Fico, both dead. And look at this, smart play from Bub here. Can't quite see him just yet. I'll take the X-ray off to see what he can see. Glider Boys, though, has been spotted. Australia Kent's collapsing in onto him. It means it's now or never for Bub. And he spots him, finally. There it is, 1-on-1 here. Australia Kent is just going to be across the rock, and it's going to be enough for Bub. Oh, he gets the kill, and he will be able to revive Glider Boys. Smoke, never mind. Have I spoken too soon? 1 shot, 2 shots, 3, no. Was that Snappy? It was White Dog. It was Sway. But it is going to be Black Frog Gaming. Will still have 2 alive. With that smoke, they should be able to get out of there as well. Vehicle Flippers has got Ulsker and Raven. Kind of behind Tainted Minds at the moment, who is continuing to just pepper onto Carnage Esports. M249 for Untainted. Big boy Macca finished off by Pekin. Corvidae. That's always nice to see. They're popping off this game, in fact. 4 kills, 2 to Pekin, 2 to Skits. But they're in a bit of a dire situation. Pippo Ping. Going with a frag grenade. Why? What is that? Not sure why, but anyway, that's fine. That's okay. And Electricity's 4-game kill game is going to come to an end here, as they've really put themselves into a horrible situation. We are going to get this next circle now. Where's it going to shift to? Who's lucky? Who's unlucky? It's central. That's even as you like. Dusty knocked down by Big Jumbidari. No kills yet for Big Jumbi, though. But with that knockdown, will he pick up his first kill? Not going to happen, as Non-Reg is going to get the revive onto Dusty. He has to be careful that he doesn't just leave his bum hanging out here. Does have the smoke, though. Subby with a knockdown onto Raven. It just means it's Ulfska that's left here for Vehicle Flippers. I think they're about to get flipped by Tainted Minds, though. Benchu's got to be careful. Head poking out. And he gets the knockdown, does Ulfska. Now turns his attention over to the Mullet himself in Subslayer. Nice work from Ulfska, but not enough. Too many players from Tainted Minds still standing. They got 7 kills now. They wipe out the Vehicle Flippers in 14th position. And now it's going to be Sway pushing onto ground zero. White Dog with a spray onto the rock. Duffy knocked down. I don't know why. I'm so confused, but why did I say Duffy got knocked down? It was not Duffy, it was Kebab. Mind blown at the moment. And as the Darcy is just going to be blown up here. So that just leaves Ace Gun alive now. Blows up his own vehicle, takes a big chunk of damage from that though. And no first aid kit. Does have bandages. But I feel like it's game over here. Snapshot pushing up Ace Gun does start shooting, and Snappy will shoot from behind. Wipes out Ground Zero Gaming in 11th position. I think Extricity are out in 12th. No 4 kills for them. The interview curse continues on, except for Tainted Minds. They're immune from the interview curse. Traz, by the way, rank tanking it out for Jam Gaming at the moment. We're down to 10 teams, 26 alive, as we're about to reach the 25-minute mark. Corvidae up to 6 kills without Azeki. And Skits gets knocked down from Juice Axe all the way up top. The Dynasty Esports Club holding the middle of this current circle at the moment. Really sharing the middle with Raging Knights. We've only got the 1 kill so far. Sway with 9 kills. 3 to White Dog, 4 to Snapshot, and 2 to DK. Sway will definitely be in the top 8 tonight, as the average Aussie blokes have been eliminated in 10th position. And now Deaths won't kill you for Carnage has been eliminated. 9th position for Carnage. We're down to the final 8 teams already, ladies and gentlemen. 4 for Kanga, 2 for Black Frog Gaming, 2 for Corvidae, 3 for Raging Knights, 1 for Jam, 4 for Tainted Minds. And the whole thing just shifted. 3, of course, for Dynasty Esports Club, and 3 for Sway. Four seconds until we get this next circle. Everyone's spread out at the moment, so it's going to be who's going to have to rotate. It does shift down over to Fed Minds, Fed Sway, and Fed Dynasty. No, that doesn't work. Hang on. Fed Nasty. I mean, if you take away the die, it just becomes Fed Nasty Esports Club. I like that. Fed Dynasty. No, it's Fed Nasty. So, Traz as well in the circle. Black Frog Gaming going to have to move in along with the 4 remaining members of Kanga Esports. DK just hanging around the back of White Dog and Snapshot just to make sure they don't get flanked upon from behind. But they will have to worry about Tainted Minds shortly if they continue to push up here. 9 kills for Tainted Minds, 9 kills for Sway. And Snapshot only needs a split second if you give it to him. And he took it, but Subslayer returns fire, and then Benchu knocked down by White Dog. This kicks off the war between Sway and Tainted Minds, as Pekin and Pipoping have been finished off by Big Jumbidati and Endgame. Corvidae out in 8th position. One of their better performances, though, for their sake. Jukesy with a 2x trying to spot Woodsy. But he is over the defilade. DK Game has been finished off, so that just leaves White Dog and Snapshot to try and fend off themselves here. Snapshot falling back a little bit. I think he went for the revive onto DK. As Bub has been knocked down by Ceterex, Subslay with a knockdown onto White Dog. And that just leaves our favourite boy, Snappy. As Bub has been finished off by Ludatio. Not good news for Black Frog. Not good news for Glider Boys. Does have some smoke. Does also have the UAZ. You can see he's got absolutely no information of what's happening around him. This is just through the smoke spam from Ludatio. And now he gets spotted. 2 Deft will confirm the kill. Black Frog Gaming out in 7th position. 28 minutes into the game. Well, 6 teams and 16 alive. We get to the busy end of game number 4. Tainted Minds have been the best tonight. Snapshot just playing it safe now to try and get best placing that he can. So it really comes down here to Kanga Esports trying to spot him, and he does. The second he turns the rock, though, it means if Benchu were to go with this defilade, he would be able to get an easy kill onto Snapshot. But Snappy's actually better off in this position because of this defilade blocking the vision of Tainted Minds. He's also got that smoke out as well. I don't think Benchy can even see that smoke. Look at the hard shift again towards Tainted Minds. As well as Snapshot, Kanga are going to have to continue to push south as Dynasty Esports Club, with their 5 kills, are going to have to move a bit more into that circle. And the Raging Knights are also going to have to move in as well. Traz too, as He's still by himself, able to rank tank. This is the second solo rank tank from Jam that's going to get possibly a top 5 finish. Unless he gets spotted out here. I kind of find it hard to believe he will, unless Big Jumbi continues to rotate in towards Traz. Snappy still holding on. Inside his smoke. Cedric starts to push up, and they obviously know he's there. They know he's on the rock with the smoke. The question is, do they know it's just Snappy? Frag grenade's going to come out either way. That's a great frag from Cedric, but it doesn't confirm the kill. If he throws another one, it would confirm the kill. There it is, but it's still... That one was a little bit too far away. Subslayer got the knockdown onto Ludater. Any more frags, Cedric? No. And Traz was spotted by Endgame, so I was correct. It was going to be from Raging Knights. Talk now has spotted Raging Knights coming. Spots Big Jumbi. Needs to get behind the rock, and he is able to just in time. 11 kills now for Tainted Minds as Big Jumbi tries to peek around that rock. Rido and Endgame trying to share the same tree, and Rido gets knocked down. Endgame's probably not too far behind. And the AWM's not going to save you, Endgame. Neither is the ghillie suit. But Big Jumbi Dadi will probably perish here for 5th position for the Raging Knights. 4th position for Snappy and Sway. We're down to the final 3. Can they get Woodsy up as well here for Dynasty Esports Club? Although this is going to come to a head. Subslayer's just ran too far away from the rest of his team. The only good news to come from that, though, is probably the information as to where Kangaroo Esports are. 31 minutes in, Phase 7, 30 seconds, and that Blue Zone's pushing in Dynasty Esports Club. Gen Joker, though, gets the revive onto Woodsy. That means it's a 3v3v3 to finish off Game 4. Frag grenade from Jukesy. Up the hill, into the smoke, but no one's in there anymore. The revive has already commenced and happened, and Woodsy's safe for now. They're going to have to push more down. Really, if this hard shift's just to the south, this would be hilarious. It's going to be a bit to the north. This is good for Dynasty Esports Club. This is great for Kanga as well. Probably the worst for Tainted Minds. They're going to push up this hill into 2 teams, essentially, at some point. 6 kills for Dynasty, 4 for Kanga, and 14 for Tainted Minds. I mean, absolutely demolishing relegations tonight. Will they be able to continue that on tomorrow night? Again, a reminder, same time tomorrow night, 7 p.m. to find out who's going to be in the ESU closed qualifiers for the Legend Series to join the top 10 invite teams. Tainted Minds right now playing like an invite team. Kanga Esports playing like an invite team. These are probably the 2 best teams in here right now. They've been the most consistent. They've been the best.